Hello, everybody that is joining us live. Thank you so much for being here. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're tuning in from. But thank you for joining us. If you happen to be catching the replay at some point after this, then thank you so much for catching the show. Maybe it's even your second time around. Cannot be happier to have us all here for the second annual Rubber Duckies Film and TV Awards. Everybody, go ahead. Let's give a little round of applause in the audience there. Woo! All right, one-handed clap. All right. Of course, as we get started here, want to jump right on into everything and get this show going for us. Keep it lively and full of momentum for you. So in order to do that, I thankfully have a team of fantastic gentlemen to join me here. And kicking off with this, the newest dad of the group, daddy of YouTube, we call him. The man of many things, but you probably know him as the man of movies, Jonathan.
I shaved my head, everybody. Hey, what's going on, Jace? The second annual Rubber Duckies. I am so excited to be on with everybody here. A wonderful year that 2022 was when it comes to film and television. And the fact that we're here and we're going to not only celebrate it, we're going to award it some of the biggest prizes of the year as voted by you. Oh, I'm excited, dude. I don't know who won, what won. I'm going to be shocked. And I'm ready to be shocked.
Something that I am actually happy to be able to mention right off the bat here is that, don't worry, everyone, we are just as much in the dark about these winners as you are, minus one of our members. Who is the next one I'm going to be mentioning here? So as we get started with bringing everything to, a startup here, want to bring in the one person, again, is spoiled on everything. But that's more than understandable, as we have to have someone put this together. The one and only man who's lost in the reel himself and responsible for bringing us all together in the first place, dare I say, Mr. Sean.
What's up, guys? How's it going?
How's it going, Sean? It's great to have you here, bud. How you doing today?
I'm doing amazing, besides some computer issues that I've been having the last 2 hours. But I'm so excited to be here. And yes, I do know who won tonight, but I'm really excited to let you all know that there's going to be some shocks, some surprises, some twists and turns. So it's going to be a great show. I can't wait for everything.
I can't wait to be just as much in the know as you are, sir, because I can only imagine that I will be just as wowed and flabbergasted and all the other words and adjectives that fit along with that. As we continue building this up here and get the rest of our roster put into place, we have the quite possibly known as the sexiest man on YouTube, right? As we like to call him. We have kind of, as you can tell, established nicknames for each other. But the man who comes straight from the upside, everyone. Long journey over here. We got Dan.
Woo!
Dan!
Did not shave my head, but hi, everybody. I'm so excited to be here. I cannot wait for all these shocks and twists and turns and see what won and what didn't win last year, because it was a great year of movies. I'm so excited to be here with everyone, and I can't wait to see everyone's videos. The announcers put in so much work.
Yes,
very true, very true. Yeah, one thing. Thank you in advance. Although we will be saying in an abundance of times, thank you in advance to all of the other channels that happen to join us along as our guest announcers. Really, this would not be the same in its entirety if it was not for each and every one of you. We do have one final member here to be bringing along to the group, and then we can officially get this show on the road, folks. We have the man who's responsible for giving you every single fever dream you've ever had in your life, making you feel like it's in a theater. Kind of fitting, because he's got a channel named Fever Dreamland Theater. Anthony.
Yes, Anthony.
Anthony.
Woo!
Looking good.
Very happy to be here. Thank you, Jace. Guys, it's a pleasure. I was thrown off a little bit because you said sexiest man, but then you brought on Dan. But that's okay. That's okay.
I know we gotta rank it. Maybe next year.
Oh my God, I'm so excited to be here. I don't know if maybe it's like the 3 Red Bulls, but like I'm a cannon right now. I'm ready to go.
Yes.
Let's get it, Anthony. I'm with you. I'm going Golden Globes tonight, man.
All right, man.
Some alcohol in my system.
There we go. Good stuff. Starting off strong here. Yes. Well, now that we have everybody that we need to be here in order to properly get this going, let's go ahead and start off what arguably is the greatest award show to be taking place on a yearly basis now that we've officially done this for the second year or currently doing so. I really do want to kind of kick things off with just being able to say one larger additional thank you now that we're all collectively on screen, just because, you know, this is something that we really look forward to and hope you all do just as much, because when it comes to other award shows, though they are all phenomenal and are all fun to watch, there is something to say about the fact that we don't have as much of a say in a lot of the other ones. And that's something that we aim to be able to bring here for all of you, is an award show that you feel like you've actually had some say in. So with that, we would like to go ahead and get this whole thing started. But just to keep you on the edge of your seats, there is one more final thing. John,
Yes.
I understand there was just a quick couple of announcements that maybe you'd like to kind of toss out there to the peoples.
There are a quick couple of announcements. Thank you, Jace. Look at you. Ladies and gentlemen watching live, just a few announcements before we start off what Jay said, the very best award show ceremony in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, the Cinema Squad is here tonight on Lost in the Reel, but we have our own YouTube channel, so please go ahead and subscribe to the Cinema Squad. The link is in the description. The goal here, ladies and gentlemen, is for the 3rd annual Rubber Duckies to be in the Cinema Squad's YouTube channel. So tell your friends, tell your families, tell your mom, tell your dad, and send them all over to the Cinema Squad. Let's get those numbers up, my friends. Another announcement. For the sake of time, we will only be answering super chats, but do not feel obligated to donate. Please don't. The fact that you're here with us, that is more than enough. Trust me, it is just for the sake of time. We don't want to be here for 5 hours, guys. We don't want to be the Oscars. We want to be the Rubber Duckies. So super chats only. Don't feel obligated. Another thing, guys. The Off to the Races crew brings you the OSCARS95 ballot game that will be opened once the ceremony is over. So stay tuned. Once the ceremony is over, the ballot will open and you will have your chance to vote and get some points, possibly Oscar night. More info at the end of the night. But now back to your host. Damn.
Damn.
That is literally the first time that I've seen that image, and I am very glad that I purposely didn't look at it prior to this moment. Well, thank you for those special announcements there, John. Let's go ahead now. What everyone has all been waiting for, right? We've got these intros kicked out of the way. We know what everybody's looking to be here for. So let's get started with some good old different categories, different announcements, nominations, and all that type of stuff. I do want to just acknowledge, though, as we got through that little bit of announcement that mentioned about, hey, everyone just being here is definitely more than good enough. Super chats are always more than welcome, though. We appreciate you. It looks like we do indeed have one just to start off, and figured we get it out of the way. Dan, do you mind doing me the favor?
Of course. Eric sent us $13. Thank you, $14. Thank you so much, Eric. We are so grateful. Yes.
Thank you.
He says, is it a hot take that I thought 2021 was better than 2022 for movies? Though I'd say I liked The Batman more than any 2021 movie, but nothing else was really a 5 out of 5 for me. But in 2021, there were, I'm guessing, there were a bunch, I'm guessing. Yes. Yeah, Eric, no, it's, 2021 was also a great year for movies. What did you guys say?
Yeah, I'd agree for sure.
Movies. Yeah,
yeah,
but I like 2022 more.
Yeah, and
I
it was
completely agree. I feel like 2021, we were still dealing with the pandemic, so we had a lot of films that were like in limbo. So there were a couple of really great films like Spider-Man No Way Home, which won Best Picture at the Rubber Duckies last year. But this year, there was just such an array of incredible films, and especially horror in general was just on point in 2022.
Yes, definitely. And thank you so much again, Eric. And we have one more super chat that just came in.
Nice.
So let's see.
Nice.
It is from Struggle T.
Tyra.
Tyra.
Thank you, Tyra.
Party on the 2nd annual Rubber Duckies Awards. I'm so proud of you guys, and I'm looking forward to your growth. Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Oh,
Thank you,
Absolutely.
Tyra. Seriously.
Thank you.
The support is greatly appreciated. As mentioned,
Yeah, man.
it wouldn't be possible not just without fellow announcers here, but then also just community as a whole, right? This is something that we love to see us all be able to come together for such a cool event like this. And thank everybody for being a part of it, no matter to what extent. Now that we've got that all good taken care of, now we can actually get going, right? For the third time's a charm that I've actually said that. So let's go ahead, get moving here. We do have our first category, everybody, is Best Supporting Actor. All right. So whatever you had your guesses for before, go ahead, keep your fingers crossed, cross your toes, maybe your eyes as well. And let's go ahead and see if your picks were right. And with that, we'll introduce this first video here to go ahead and see what this category is all about.
Hey, Cinema Squad, Dragon Movie Guy here. Thank you for including me in this, the second annual Rubber Ducky Awards. I will be presenting the Best Supporting Actor category. I'm always trying to see what's new out there, so I thought I would look and see what ChatGPT could give out, the AI thing that's everywhere right now. What would be a good sketch for how to present this award? As you can see, I have ChatGPT up on my computer screen, and I want to see if artificial intelligence can do a better job than I can at presenting this award to you guys at the Rubber Ducky Awards. Write me a comedy sketch for Best Supporting Actor reveal where so-and-so wins the award presented by Dragon Movie Guy, me. Setting: a packed award show. I am Dragon Movie Guy, and I have come to present the award for Best Supporting Actor. Let's take a look at the nominees. Barry Keoghan, The Banshees of Inisherin.
You probably wouldn't ever want to, I don't know, to fall in love with a boy like me, would you?
No, Dominic, I don't think so, love.
Oh, yeah, no. I was thinking no.
Brad Pitt for Babylon.
My folks didn't have the money or the education to go to the theater, so they went to the vaudeville houses, and then the Nickelodeons, and you know what? There's beauty there. What happens up on that screen means something. Maybe not to you in your ivory tower, but for real people on the ground, it means something.
Daryl McCormack, Good Luck to You, Leo Grande.
I don't solicit money for sex, Nancy. No, I sell my company. I provide interesting conversation. I can dance. I can mix 20 different cocktails. Whether or not we have sex is our business.
Kei Kwan, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
I don't know. The only thing I do know is that we have to be kind. Please, be kind. Especially when we don't know what's going on.
And Miles Teller from Top Gun Maverick.
Why'd you pull my papers at the academy? Why did you stand in my way? You weren't ready. Ready for what? Huh? Ready to fly like you?
No. Ready to forget the book. Trust your instincts. Don't think. Just do. You think up there, you're dead. Believe me.
My dad believed in you.
The award for Best Supporting Actor goes to Kei Kwan from Everything Everywhere All at Once. I know, this is a bit of a curveball, but Kei Kwan was simply phenomenal in the film. Kei Kwan takes the stage. Thank you, I am speechless. Don't mention it. The dragons and I know how true talent when we see it. That's a sketch. I think the AI is actually not too bad in that case. What do you guys think? I did this 2 or 3 times, and this was the best version of it coming up. So, AI, what do you do? I think our jobs are safe for a little while longer. Thanks, everybody.
Wow.
Wow, baby, I'm so excited.
That was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. First of all, enormous thank you to Dragon Movie Guy, aka Brian.
Yeah.
That was very well put together. I was really taken aback, not just by the winning choice. Right? That was, but I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of impressive as far as how that AI put it together. That seemed pretty legit. What do you guys think? Anthony, what were your thoughts on the concept of AI being able to put together an announcement there?
I hope that AI doesn't end up like hosting next year or something like that. Or just taking jobs. Jesus Christ. No, that was actually, thank you so much, Dragon Moving Guy. That was awesome. And the winner, hey, we got a short round. All right. Oh my God. That was a great way to start things. Great way to start the show. Oh my God, I love it.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely a good beginning choice there. And dare I say it's because maybe I wanted that particular person to win. Dan, what do you think? Were you as excited about that winning choice as I was?
Oh yeah, definitely. And I loved the way it was announced. Dragon Movie Guy did a great job. Very entertaining skit that he put together and AI put together. Yeah, no, definitely. Everything Everywhere All at Once is like my favorite movie of last year, and it's one of my favorites of all time. I loved it. I loved his performance. I loved like everything about it. So yes, I'm very happy with that.
Very nice, very nice. John, I saw that when that was taking place and the winner was officially announced, I saw both of us kind of like throw up the arms for joy and everything. So any other overlasting feelings that you'd like to throw out here that we haven't mentioned?
Dude, I mean, Ke Huy Quan is arguably one of my favorite performances last year, supporting or not. So to see the win here for the Rubber Ducky, I'm so excited. Let's talk about that scene for a second. That's one of the best scenes in the movie. We have to be kind. When we don't know what's going on, that's when we need kindness the most. Something so resonant and executed so well by Ke Huy Quan. He deserves this award. Not only this, but he deserves every award coming his way.
Yes.
It was very well pointed out, actually, because the one thing I want to piggyback off of that on is in a movie that is spiraling into insanity at just about any given moment, it does such a good job of reintroducing these things to keep you grounded, right? And have something relatable and heartfelt and emotional in there. So yeah, that scene is a very good choice as far as to showcase his performance there. And Sean, I would love to hear, even though maybe not as surprised as the rest of us, still, how does it feel to be able to see, Ke Huy Quan be the winner here?
I'm so excited. I feel like he's just sweeping the award season, and that includes the Rubber Duckies this year. And he deserves it. I mean, he's been around forever, but it took him years and years and years to come back to be on the screen again. And his comeback is, arguably just as incredible as Brendan Fraser's this year. So happy to see him win.
Good analogy there. I like that. Yeah, shout out to Brendan Fraser. He's been absolutely just, killing it with this comeback.
Killing it.
Even heard random mentions of him being interested in coming back for another Mummy movie. Obviously, no promises, but it's totally confirmed.
I want it.
To the Rubber Duck. I would be down. That's for sure. And also, I do have to say that aside from, again, just that being a very, very good, well put together video pick and everything like that, I think probably my favorite part was the fact that the AI thought my name was Jason.
Well, I've got to say, I think the biggest surprise there is that it was a curveball that Ke Huy Quan won.
Yeah.
Curveball.
Not a curveball. He's been winning all season, all the awards,
and that he would just say thank you. I'm speechless for.
He definitely wouldn't just say that.
No,
maybe that is actually more realistic than we think, considering the fact that he's just won so many times. He's like, hey, I don't really have any more to say. Just thanks. This is awesome.
Yeah.
True.
Well, I don't know about you, gentlemen, but after that strong start, now I've got the juices flowing. I'm salivating here to find out these other choices, and I just feel like maybe we got to see what this next one is. Does that sound appropriate here?
Let's do it.
All right. Well, in this particular instance, I wanted to give the shout out before we even got to it, because next we have Best Supporting Actress being announced to us by Sin's Corner. So let's go ahead and see what this is all about.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sin from Sin's Corner, where I do reactions, commentary, critique, but my favorite thing to do is to talk about movies. My favorite movie of all time is Terminator 2. This is why that picture holds top spot in all of my videos. I was very honored to be asked to participate in the second annual Rubber Duckies Award for Best Supporting Actress. The nominees are Claire Foy for Women Talking.
We know that we've been attacked by men, not by ghosts or Satan, as we were led to believe for so long. We know that we've not imagined these attacks, that we were made unconscious with cow tranquilizer. We know that we are bruised and infected and pregnant and terrified and insane, and some of us are dead.
Dakota Johnson, Cha-Cha Real Smooth.
I do. I really want to marry him, and I know that it doesn't seem like that because of what I do, but I want that. It's just that I'm so scared. Because the first one left. He left me.
Jamie Lee Curtis, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Do you see these? You don't get one of these unless you've seen a lot of bullshit. Excuse my French. Now, you may only see a pile of boring forms and numbers, but I see a story.
Carrie Condon, The Banshees of Inisherin.
Hey, what the hell's going on with you, me feckin' brother?
Don't come in here shouting the odds at me in the middle of the feckin' day, all right, Siobhan?
You can't just all of a sudden stop being friends with a fella.
Why can't I?
Why can't you? Because it isn't nice.
Do you want a sherry, Siobhan?
No!
Rightio.
And Stephanie Hsu, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Oh, no, don't worry, Evelyn. It's organic.
And the winner of the second annual Rubber Ducky Award for Best Supporting Actress is, got my little envelope right here. This is how we used to fold notes back in the day. Cue dramatic music. Stephanie Hsu, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Oh my God! Well, we see how this is going tonight, huh?
That is right. Off
Okay,
to a phenomenally strong start.
She wasn't even my choice.
What? Who was your choice?
Carrie Condon.
Yeah.
I would say that was my number 2.
Okay. Not mad.
It's
Just
still a great pick. Yeah,
surprised.
it's an awesome pick, though.
Yeah. Who said it, Jason?
John, now you got me
Who said
curious
how
as
things
far
are
as-
going? Oh my
Whoa,
God.
came in at the same time there. What's John? One more time.
No, you're good. No, I.
Well,
like
actually,
you
I
said,
was
Jason, we know
curious
how
about
things
the
are going.
We'll go ahead and at least start from scratch here. To you, my man. To you. I want to toss the honors in your favor here because it seemed like you had the most surprising response. So I want to go ahead and kick it off with yourself if I can and see how shocking that was for you, but maybe a pleasant surprise.
Apologies. But I like you said, Jace, we know where things are going now because we get to Everything Everywhere wins. Are we in for a sweep, man? We'll see. Listen, Stephanie Hsu, right? She's great in Everything Everywhere All at Once. She's honestly one of my personal favorites. Like I really like her performance, but I thought what Carrie Condon did, let me get all Mr. West here. But I thought what Carrie Condon did in Banshees of Inisherin was one of the best things of all time.
Yes.
It's definitely something to say that there were some great nominees in here, and there's a couple of choices that I wouldn't have been shocked at all if it would have gone to somebody else besides Stephanie there. But I'm very thrilled to see that that train starting off strong with Everything Everywhere All at Once, and feel it's well deserved. That was such a strong, charismatic, diverse performance that she provided in that film, and really think that that's something that I could see why it would take the top spot here. And I'm glad that collectively it seems as though the audience out there thought the same way. Sean, this is one where I'd now want to go ahead and just kind of throw it your way as far as like thoughts on the fact that she took this, even though again seeing it in advance, but over maybe someone else. That did you think someone else is going to take it?
You know, I mean, Carrie Condon definitely could have taken it, and I think Carrie Condon's performance was incredible. But I think the love for Everything Everywhere All at Once is definitely there. And Stephanie Hsu is 100% the dark horse of this award season in general. Just the fact that she's nominated for an Oscar, which we didn't think would happen. That's super exciting. So I'm really happy to see her win here.
Definitely. This is somewhere I'm glad we're all sharing the happiness. I would have kind of felt bad if someone had just been sitting here, you know, and just like, all right, enough with this already. I see where this is going. You know, imagine
maybe
if
Eric.
Yeah, I was gonna say if Eric was joining the stage with us, I imagine he'd be like, all right, enough already. Maybe in the comments he's already shouting it out there, like, okay, enough. Let's see, as far as Anthony, I know this is something when you finally got a chance to see Everything Everywhere All at Once that you were definitely taken aback as well. How do you feel as far as this being a worthwhile, not just nominee, but winner for this category?
She was awesome. I mean, I was on the Jamie Lee Curtis fan train, but it's okay. It's all good. It's all good. But also Carrie Condon too was great. I mean, in the end, I mean, she earned it. I think she deserved it. I mean, she was just so much fun and so much energy and just incredibly alive. It was just such a wonderful performance. So I'm fine with it. It's awesome.
Very nice. And then Dan, I'm also curious. I mean, given the fact that collectively we all thought that there was a pretty good back and forth race between Stephanie and Jamie Lee Curtis within this pick here for this movie. So I don't know. I mean, is it one where do you favor the choice that was had here, or do you feel like Jamie should be given some more love? What's your thoughts?
No, I don't understand that Jamie's getting all this.
Anthony, your heart.
I know. I love Jamie Lee Curtis. I just for this role, I don't. It's a good role. It's a memorable role, but Stephanie Sue was amazing in this. Carrie Condon, I echo what everyone else was saying. Carrie Condon was amazing. Her Stephanie Sue would have been my top two favorite picks for this category. But I'm very happy for her winning the Rubber Ducky.
Very nice. Well, congratulations, Stephanie Sue. And thank you again to Sin's Corner for putting together a very lovely announcement vid for that nomination there. And speaking of lovely videos and nominations and all that type of stuff, my goodness, folks, we have the next one coming up here within the biggest surprise. Which I guess maybe it's the best surprise as well. The biggest surprise overall. This one will be brought to us by the Brockopp side, and let's see what he's got to introduce to us, folks.
Well, hello, fellow cinema enjoyers. This is Cody from the Brockopp side, a YouTube channel for all you cool kids out there who like to live, talk, and buy movies. And I've got hot dogs for hands. What of it? Anyway, tonight I'm here to present the award for biggest surprise of 2022. And the nominees are The Atom Project.
With you. And I'll tell you what. You were the best part all along.
Bullet Train.
Everything that's ever happened to you
This is gonna sting, bitch!
has led you here. Fate.
That's a shit deal.
Chippendale Rescue Rangers.
I was always more of an Alvin and the Chipmunks person. You monster.
Elvis.
We are two odd, lonely children reaching for eternity. The greatest show on earth.
RRR.
భస్తరాన్ని బద్దల కొడతాం పదా.
And the winner is RRR. Woo!
Oh, baby!
Oh, man. I had a feeling as it kept building up towards the end, I was like, I feel like it's going to take it. It's going to take it. John, once again, I actually have to really toss it to you first because I know out of everyone, man, you were just overwhelmed by this film and everything. So this has got to be phenomenal for you to see it take biggest surprise here.
So well deserved, dude. It is truly the biggest surprise of 2022 in my eyes. It was a hidden gem that caught on, and millions upon millions upon millions of people caught on, watched the movie, and made it what it was today. Dude, I mean, it's still catching on that I got my brother to watch it on Friday, and he absolutely adored it. He absolutely adored it. And I'm over the moon about RRR. I'm over the moon about it winning biggest surprise because it is. I don't know what else to say. It makes me want to dance not to with all you guys right now.
Jace, hit the music. No. we don't have music. I'm sorry. We don't.
Yeah, there was something I saw recently that I thought was super, super cool. It was the director of RRR was at a certain award show. I can't remember which one, but James Cameron was there. And they got a chance to go ahead and, talk a little bit. And James Cameron, the praise that he was giving this guy for the direction of this movie and everything was first of all very heartwarming. It was super sweet to watch, but even more heartwarming and sweet was the guy's reaction. Like immediately after James Cameron said some compliments, he turned to him and he was like, "Those words mean more to me than any award." Yeah. And it was one of those where you could tell he like genuinely meant it. He was like a kid in a candy store with the smile on his face. Like, I can't believe you're saying this stuff about my movie. It was very cool. And I don't know. It's one of those, I think it matches up perfectly that I just happened to see this. Now we see it win this award. Seems very well deserved. I know it's one of those where, it seems like Johnny, like you said, it started to pick up a little bit. And now it's kind of made waves and everything. And it's definitely one of those where I can't wait to see the waves that it continues to make, because apparently the sequel is confirmed.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
There is a sequel coming.
You know that. All right, cool.
I didn't know this.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Wow.
Yeah, that was something that the director came out, was very excited. He was talking about how they, it's all still early on in production, but how they're very, very, extremely excited and anticipating to build up to what is going to be the next one.
They're looking for that Best Picture nomination.
I mean, hey, if they keep it rolling like this, man, it seems like it'd be pretty tough as far as to stray away from that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Was there anyone else that thought that there was another one that was going to take it? Did anyone else have a prediction going in that was like, how did this not win?
I don't know. RRR was pretty huge. I mean, I don't think so. Not in this case, because just by comparison, that one it's a visual spectacle. It's just like it just jumps right out at you, man. So I don't know. I don't think so.
Well, then it's.
I can definitely say that there was one that was very, very close in the voting. Like 1% off.
Can I guess?
Yes, you can.
Elvis.
No.
Ooh.
Bullet Train. Bullet Train was so close.
Nice.
Wow. Yeah, I think RRR won by like 2 votes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dang. Well, then, special quick shout out to Bullet Train, I guess.
Yeah.
Because deserving to be in the category, that's for sure.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. I am kind of with Sin's corner on RRR. I didn't love the movie, but I do think it is exciting getting to see like what Parasite did for South Korean films. RRR is kind of doing it with Bollywood films, kind of bringing another culture into the spotlight in Hollywood, and like, hey, there's other countries that make incredible movies for everyone. So in that regard, I'm so happy the RRR won.
That's great. Well, I'm glad that there at least seems to be a lot of positive momentum behind all the winners here, and that there so far has yet to be any disappointment across the board. Who knows what it's like in the audience, though, right? Feel free to go ahead and make your voices heard with that as well, as far as if your picks maybe didn't happen to make it, or if you just cannot be more ecstatic that who you wanted to win won. And as we get that great excitement going as far as see if our winners are coming to fruition or not, let us see the next one, shall we? Because now we have the worst film being announced by Did You See That? So this one, I'm not gonna lie, very curious about all of these, of course, but this one I'm really, really curious to see who takes away, because my gosh, should we have some
let's go Morbius.
Probably gonna be Morbius.
Oh.
Let's go Morbius.
Yeah, okay.
See, finally you're rooting for it.
All right, let's see.
Hello, Cinema Squad, and thank you for inviting me and my compadre Max over to the 2nd annual Rubber Duckies. Do you want to give a quick wave, Max? Over on my channel, you will find content very much related to Back to the Future, as that is my go-to. As you can kind of tell by my background, physical media, Funkos, I'm just a huge nerd overall. So you can find movie reviews, vlog days, adventure days. I even try some food and all sorts of good stuff over at Did You See That? So yeah, I'd love to see you up there at some point. But I just want to thank the Cinema Squad for inviting me to the 2nd annual Rubber Duckies, where I'm here to present a category I'm very familiar with today, and that is for worst film. So, just very quickly before I get to the nominees, let me tell you about a couple of worst movies I saw in 2022. The nominees are Halloween Ends,
What the hell?
Jurassic World Dominion,
Don't move. Bigger. Why do they always have to go bigger?
Oh my God, no way.
The Mean One,
You're a dead one, mister.
Me Time,
I'll see you later.
Sonny, I'm coming! Open your arms like a starfish! Starfish get back! I told you could do it! I love you, Huck! I love you, Starfish!
and Morbius.
Here to heal the world or to destroy it?
Oh, brother!
The envelope with the winner should be here. And the winner is Morbius.
That was awesome, Mike. I love it.
What a
Mike.
well put together, creative way of announcing that.
Yeah.
Go to Dan. Go to Dan.
To Dan.
Dan,
This is a category that was created to piss you off. So
Yeah.
I know how crushed you are right now, my man. So please tell us just the emotions pouring through you.
So first of all, good job, Mike. That was really
Yes.
good.
that was awesome.
So I actually I don't love Morbius. I actually did enough. I thought it was okay. And I think it's because, although it didn't work for everyone, obviously, it's because I've heard such awful things about it. So when I went to see it, I actually had pretty much kind of fun, and I saw it in 40X, so that could help as well. It's not worth it in 40X, but I don't know. I liked it. I had enough fun with it. I didn't think it was as bad as everyone was saying.
Well, then maybe we all need to give it another chance.
Okay.
Or just wait until the sequel comes out and just wait for them to do so much better, right? Yeah, that is one where I definitely was in the collective amongst everyone else as far as thinking that was probably going to take it. But you know what I can't help but throw out real quick is it just baffles me that in this category, we have some of the largest franchises / IPs that happen to be out right now, right? Between Halloween Ends, the Jurassic World Dominion. Like, are you kidding me? The fact that those even are in this category and the fact that I agree with it. They deserve to be in this category. They're horrible, right? But Morbius does seem to deserve to take the cake here. Sean, what do you think, though, man? Does it deserve it? Do you think there was one that was worse?
I mean, Me Time was abysmal, but I don't think a lot of people actually had to sit through that one because it's on Netflix and everyone forgot about it. Yeah, Me Time is a no-go. But I'm not going to lie. I think Halloween Ends was just such a disappointment on so many levels. I was kind of surprised that Halloween Ends didn't take this one, but that's just me.
Just curious, was it close? Was it close in this case?
Absolutely not. Morbius was about 60%.
Wow. I'm so glad I asked. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. Well, I think maybe this just goes to show that Jared Leto may need to reconsider the next superhero role that gets thrown his way, right? Between Joker and now this. I don't know if maybe it's the best fit for him. Either that or just, casting seems to be not in his favor here. But
or he can just run his cult and stop making movies. I don't know.
I just want some of his kombucha.
Is that, that's the thing he's got? All right, there you go. Yeah. Stick to kombucha, Jared Leto. Stick to kombucha. Although I do want to give him a props where it's due as far as an actor. It just seems like these particular ones maybe not working out. But yeah, a lot of good choices that could have been within worst film of last year, and just still seems to be something that's funny where that one again was pretty well and easy to predict out of all of them, dare I say. Like when it came to all of our categories, that was the one where I felt pretty darn certain about. I would have put money on it to say that was going to go ahead and win it. But you know which one I wouldn't be able to put money on, guys? Our next category, which is Best Sex Scene. And as I go ahead and double check myself here, introduced by Sarah from Smells Like Teen Angst. Sarah, let's see if you can go ahead and give us another creative rundown here of the nominees and this winner. Here we go, folks.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Rubber Duckies. I was a little busy over there, but I am Sarah from Smells Like Teen Angst. We are a channel that covers everything angsty, from young adult to horror movies and fantasy. Because is there anything more angsty than a man who wants to a girl who won't date him? Anyway, I am here to announce the winner for the Rubber Duckies' choice of Best Sex Scene. So, drum roll, please. Babylon, the Hollywood Party Orgy. Don't Worry, Darling, Harry Styles eating out dinner. Interview with a Vampire, floating vampire sex. Is there anything better? Pearl, Scarecrow fuck. And X, Jenna Ortega's introduction to porn. And the winner is Babylon Party Orgy! Woo! Excuse me, I gotta get back to my job.
Well, Babylon got it. Babylon got it.
I'm surprised.
You can't go wrong with an orgy, right?
You should know. You should know, Anthony.
Oh, dang. Well, I don't know about anyone else need a towel real quick?
I'm ahead of you.
Damn, it just got really hot in here.
This towel used to be yellow.
John, get out of here.
Oh, wow. Sarah, thank you so much for a very, very creative and well put together nomination video there. That was phenomenally done. Definitely well deserving for that category. And what a great choice. Right? What a great choice. I did think that this is one of those. This is like one of my favorite categories just because it's exclusive to us. And I never really feel like there's any bad picks, even such as like last year's car sex scene. Like that's still, something that really was, it's a fun category. And I say that just because, right, it's so out there. I like that we can go ahead and have that. But with this orgy taking the cake here, Dan, what do you think? You a fan of orgies?
Don't lie. Say yes.
Yes. No. But I'm surprised. I didn't think, because it's Babylon, I didn't think that I know a lot of people love the movie, but I thought that Pearl might have won because it was a crazier, weirder sex scene. Or X because of Jenna Ortega, not so much that scene. But I'm surprised. But I guess it's an orgy and people love orgies.
Well, John, I know particularly you probably were the most infatuated out of the group with Babylon. So this has got to be something that's probably rewarding for you to see all this sex get its well-deserved attention.
Dude, the Babylon hive is real and it's flourishing and it's everywhere now. And I am excited. Like once Miss Lisa Loves and Paul Tams and all these other people started loving it, I'm like, I felt, Yes, Babylon is it, ladies and gentlemen. The Babylon hype is real. Anyhow, I thought the Babylon Hollywood party orgy scene was deserving of a win. Though I was honestly split down the middle, not leaning either way, right down the middle between that and Jenna Ortega's intro into porn. I really thought, just because of the namesake, Jenna Ortega, she's humongous right now, right?
Yeah. Oh, she's definitely blowing up, yeah.
Oh, dude. So I thought maybe because of that, people were going to start voting for Jenna Ortega. So I could see that happening. So in a vein of a Dan, I'm kind of surprised also.
Well, Sean, I imagine maybe you're even more surprised than anybody. I know this is one that, without trying to speak on your behalf, maybe was not in your favorites list. So what are your thoughts on the fact that this one decided to become the winner here?
I'm sorry. I'm with Lisa and D Movie Man. Floating vampire sex was robbed. That was some crazy shit, and it was robbed. No, but like you said, Jace, all of these categories it's just a fun category because everyone deserves it almost. You know, it's like, what is the craziest sex scene from this last year? And I think the orgy scene from Babylon it's a lot of fun, and it's extremely well filmed. So I think, there you go, Babylon. You can have an award.
Absolutely. And, I like to throw this out there just because, when we were discussing this amongst the preparation for this year, there was this kind of being thrown out there. And I threw this out almost like a just random comment. And then it was given some validation by you guys. And it made me feel like it was worth bringing it up here. Because I can imagine that there might be some people out there like, really, guys, best sex scene? Like, okay, I thought this was a actual serious award show here. And all that we wanted to basically do was, yes, kind of bring some levity to the whole award show ambiance, but also, let's take a quick moment to acknowledge the hard work and dedication that it takes to do something that realistically is not easy to be doing in front of a production crew, right? As far as like film directors, cameras rolling, everything like that, lights on you and stuff. It's not an easy task to act in itself, let alone act like you're believably having sex. So we want to give these people some true recognition where it's due in this category, and feel like this has been able to do so. Also, shout out to the fact that Harry Styles was apparently able to eat that so well on Florence Pugh's end, and Don't Worry, Darling, that she was just like, forget this whole dinner I just cooked, right? I literally just set this down. No, out the way, because this tongue's coming into play. all around, like I said, good category, good nominations, and very, very good talking point and be creative from that. And with that, I feel like since we've gotten a chance to go ahead, get ourselves heated up, right? Let's take this back to more of what we would expect to see in an award show, if you will, with Best Supporting TV Performance. Right? This is something where, of course, it is a very much film-centric discussion here, but got to give TV that credit where it's due, because, my goodness, we are the Film and TV Awards here, folks. So with that, we do have the Best Supporting TV Performance, male or female, that is going to be brought to us by, I'm sorry, I have this list and I keep losing myself, Eric Thorpe Reviews. Let's see what Eric's got in store for us.
Hey everyone, I'm Eric from Eric Thorpe Reviews, and tonight I'm going to be announcing the winner for the Rubber Ducky for Best Supporting TV Performance. And the nominees are Anthony Starr for The Boys.
I am done apologizing. I am done being persecuted for my strength. You people should be thanking Christ that I am who and what I am, because you need me. You need me to save you.
Matt Smith for House of the Dragon.
My brother was a slave to his omens and portents. Anything to make his feckless reign appear to have purpose. Dreams didn't make us kings. Dragons did.
Niecy Nash for Dahmer.
We'll send a car over.
Wait, you're not even gonna ask me the apartment number?
Ma'am, I said we'd send somebody.
Y'all always say you're gonna send somebody, and nobody ever shows. I done called y'all like 50 times.
I need you to lower your voice, okay? And if you keep calling us all the time, how are we gonna know when it's an emergency? 911 is a resource, okay?
I am saying somebody is being killed. Do you get that?
Rhea Seehorn for Better Call Saul.
I have had the time of my life with you. But we are bad for everyone around us. Other people suffer because of us. Apart, we're okay, but together, we're poison.
And Yvonne Stratovsky for A Handmaid's Tale.
What does that mean? Where is my baby right now?
Child Protection Unit is already here. They'll oversee his care. That's all I can tell
No,
you.
you can't do that. No, please, please, wait. Oh, please, don't.
At last, she knows what it feels like.
Please, don't. Please. Just don't let them take my baby, please.
The winner is, in this envelope, looks like Matt Smith for House of the Dragon. There he is. Matt Smith for House of the Dragon.
I love it.
Well put together. Yeah, I was going to say, I'm going to shout him out on purpose here because even without asking, I know for a fact, based on previous work of his, that Eric drew that. So, Ryan, everybody go ahead and give him extra props there for a very, very nice animated retelling of Daemon Targaryen there. And gosh, do I love that pick. Some really, really good ones. I want to give a shout out as far as real quick to Anthony Starr as Homelander. My gosh, is that guy just absolutely murdered that role. And even though we can say for all of them, of course, there's a reason they were all nominated. For myself, Niecy Nash with Dahmer, I thought was really, really compelling with every scene that she happened to have. So that is something to be said for sure. But nonetheless, the winner here is also very, very well deserved. Sean, what do you think about this well-deserved winner?
I think Matt Smith made up for the worst movie win with with his win here for House of the Dragon. Hey, it's House of the Dragon. It's the show that took 2022 by the balls and didn't let go. So I'm not surprised here. Not surprised here though. Man, I love Yvonne Strahovski so much. I mean, just watching that scene from season 5, I already was like choking up a little. That's one of the best scenes. That
seems traumatizing.
Yeah, the whole show is traumatizing, to be honest. But congratulations to Matt Smith here in House of the Dragon. Let's see if that, right? You talked about everything everywhere kind of sweeping. Let's see if House of the Dragon sweeps.
Absolutely. And I could see where maybe the translation or mistranslation came into play. I actually was shouting out to Sean to give an answer first. But John, I'm glad that you got a chance to take it because we would have wanted your opinion nonetheless, my guy. So, but Sean,
you're gonna have to repeat everything.
I totally heard John.
No, and it was one of those.
So
As soon as you start talking, I was like, yeah, no, I could see where maybe the sounds similar. But Sean, what do you think, man, as far as just in general between all the nominees and then as far as who happened to win here?
So this was an interesting one in voting. By the way, I have all the voting results up, so that's what I'm looking at while I'm talking to you guys. Anthony Starr started out with over 50% of the votes, like the first half of voting. Like he was winning by a landslide. And then Niecy Nash was in first. And then it ended up being Matt Smith. So Matt Smith got 35% of the votes, and Niecy Nash was second with 28%, and then Anthony Starr with 21%. But that was a very interesting one. It kept changing throughout that whole month that voting was open. So it was fun to watch while it was happening. But I do think that, I mean, all of these performances are incredible, but going through Yvonne Strahovski's scenes when I was putting this together with all the clips, her scenes were so good. So I feel like maybe just a lot of people haven't seen The Handmaid's Tale, and that is maybe why she didn't win, but I think she's also very deserving.
Very nice. Anthony, was there anyone that you thought stood out the most to you in particular that you wanted to take it, or are you cool with Matt Smith being the winner here?
I think what Sean said about sometimes people don't see it. I think that's happening with Better Call Saul and Rhea Seehorn, who I was really going for. I was really rooting for her with this. She didn't get it. I think despite the fact that that Breaking Bad was this huge show, Better Call Saul, I feel like never quite found the audience, and it's an incredible show. I highly recommend it. Rhea Seehorn was great in that. But I mean, this was a great pick here too. So like no complaints. But yeah, so I was rooting for Rhea Seehorn. That would have been nice, but it's all good.
Okay, so a little bit of different love than for Yvonne. It seems like she was getting, like, aside from the others that were top mentioned there, some of the biggest love. Well-deserved, it seems. It's one of those where I could say out of all those clips that were playing, she was the one that got me to kind of, like, have my heartstrings tugged at the most. Where I was like, geez, man, this is heartbreaking. And it's like not even a, full 20, 15, 10-second clip or whatever it was. Dan, how about yourself, man? As far as out of all the performances within TV out of 2022, do you think that Matt Smith was indeed at the top of supporting performances?
He was very good. Niecy Nash was actually my choice. But if I had seen that clip of Yvonne Strahovski, and if I watched The Handmaid's Tale, she would have been my choice. Because, I mean, I've loved her. Because I watched her in Chuck. The more comedic one. Yes. But she was really good in Chuck. Tomorrow War, which was a Hidden Gem nomination last year. She was really good in that. Or Biggest Surprise, one of the. It was yeah, so I don't know, but that clip makes me want to watch A Handmaid's Tale. Yeah. I did start it before, but I have to get back into it. But yeah, no, Niecy Nash I love. I mean, everyone's good, like we all said. Everyone's good. That's why they're here. But yeah, no, I'm happy for House of the Dragon and Matt Smith.
Yeah, I'm glad, because as a big Doctor Who fan, which, shout out to anybody else who even knows what I'm talking about when I say that. But Matt Smith used to be the Doctor for a period of time. He was the 11th Doctor. It's so awesome to see him go from that. Loved him in that role so much, to see him getting some more bigger roles out here in different, as far as franchises, and doing so damn well. Right. Definitely deserves it. Want to stick on this TV train here, guys. Yes. Because... right, definitely not the only award that we have to talk about. We mentioned supporting performances. I'm hoping that led for some people to be wondering, what about the leading performance? Well, guess what? That's what we have coming up next year. Best leading TV performance, male or female, will be brought to us here by the one and only Lisa Loves.
Hello and greetings from the Emerald Isle. I'm Lisa from the Lisa Loves channel, and I'm delighted to be here to support the second annual Rubber Duckies Awards. I'm here this evening to announce the nominations and the winner for the Best Leading TV Performance. And before I do that, a massive thank you to the Cinema Squad for asking me, because we all know I'm their #1 fan. And the nominees are... So the question is, Saul, can you help me? I'm going to go down. You're the only option I've got left. How much? Bob Odenkirk, Better Call Saul, Season 6.
A bag was shoved over my head. I was hogtied. I was driven out into the desert. And when they pulled the hood off, I was kneeling in front of an open grave with a gun pointed at my head. That was my introduction to Walter White. I was terrified.
Under his eye. Elizabeth Moss, The Handmaid's Tale.
I pray that my daughters live a life of peace, a life without all of this hate and violence.
What's for tea? It's a new recipe. Evan Peters for Dahmer.
Jeff, I want to tell you something. I love you no matter what. Do you have, feelings for...
No, I don't want to talk about that.
Because if you did, we could go to church and pray about it, because the Lord Jesus Christ can do amazing...
Where is my fucking Medicaid? I told you not to go in there! That is my route! That is my stuff! So fucking tell me where it is!
How many nights you staying? Just one. Okay. Paddy Considine, House of the Dragon.
Tonight, I wish you to see me as I am. Not just a king, but your father, your brother, your
husband, and your grandsire.
I hate these fucking award ceremonies. I'd rather be high. Zendaya, Euphoria, Season 2.
You want to tell me to stop doing drugs? What the fuck else am I supposed to do, huh? What do you want me to do? What do you want me to fucking do? Please! This is your fucking fault! You don't fucking recognize me! We're not in the fucking eye! I don't fucking recognize me either! Where'd you put it? You wish I was different? So do I! You fucking hate me? So do I!
Okay, folks, I think we will agree some really interesting, if a bit weird, characters there in that lineup. So, the winner, guys. And I guess I'm going to have to watch this show. The winner is Zendaya as Rue Bennett in Euphoria.
Wow.
Wow. Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Wow. I mean, even just from
Oh.
that little clip right there.
Yeah.
It's just so powerful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a true good comparison there, because was that not two different characters going nuts over their lost drugs? That's, so gave us a true, perspective on that one. I am shocked by that. As far as, and I don't mean in a bad way, I just really didn't know if that was going to take it. I mean, hey, great clip to back up the choice. That's for darn sure. But yeah, I didn't know if we were going to see the House of the Dragon momentum continuing with that. So let's see. I don't know, man. This is something where I'd love to hear Dan. Just, you love the whole sex crazed, drug filled euphoria that is that show, as well as Zendaya's performance.
Yes, so I have watched Euphoria, and she's amazing. She's really, really good in that show. I'm not quite caught up, but I have watched it, and yeah, no, I'm happy for her. I'm actually am a little surprised as well that she won, but that was an amazing clip, and everyone had an amazing clip in that, and Lisa, of course, Lisa had an amazing video.
Lisa wins.
Thank you, Lisa.
Yeah, so great
That's
job,
amazing.
Lisa, and great job, Zendaya.
Yeah, that was something where I did just additional, extra, enormous shout out to Lisa for the effort being put forth into that. I mean, I could say, of course, about every single one so far. These have been phenomenal. Like all the announcers are bringing it with their nomination videos, and thank you so much for that. This is great. But yeah, that one, oh my gosh, giving a little bit of her own acting chops within that. I thought Lisa's Patty Constantine, as far as from House of the Dragon, was looked like it could have been straight off the show, dare I say.
Yeah. Everyone needs to bring Lisa to Comic-Con because her cosplay is on point, okay?
Yeah. Without a doubt. Anthony, was there anyone that you wanted to take it overall as far as within the leading TV performance? Or are you happy with the choice that was made?
No, I'm happy with the choice. She definitely deserved it. Either Patty Considine, and I'm sorry if I'm massacring his name, or Bob Odenkirk was like my main pick. Again, I'm gonna go back to Better Call Saul. It's like my default pick. I love that show so much. But yeah, so those were like my top two picks. But Zendaya was great. I mean, there's no arguing that right there. Wow, tough choices, but there we have it. Yeah,
definitely. John, it seemed like you were enthused to throw in some additional commentary.
Yes, I think it's time. I'm actually Lisa.
I was expecting you to follow up with a bit of an accent there, bud.
No, it'll be horrible. It'll be horrible if I tried.
That is one of the toughest accents to imitate.
Yeah. Dude, I'm so happy that Zendaya got this.
Yeah.
Listen, I personally am on the Handmaid's train, so I loved Elizabeth Moss's performance in that show, and she had my vote, but that's just my personal thing. Because my number two is Zendaya. Zendaya was a powerhouse in that show that I'm not surprised she won. I can't say I'm surprised. I could say maybe I saw Patty Considine winning for House of the Dragon, or maybe even Evan Peters, because a lot of people saw Dahmer. A lot of people saw Dahmer. That's a show many people saw. But I'm not shocked, dude. Zendaya deserves this award.
That is a good way to put it, though, in the sense of sometimes you kind of gear the choices or predictions off of what's been seen the most or been spoken about the most, at least. But, I think it's one of those where it's definitely fair to say Euphoria has a heck of a lot of love behind it, a good, like, cult following, if you will, that maybe it's not as, I guess, vocal all the time as, when there was the mass acclaimed hit that was Dahmer when it came out. But, maybe it just ties down to the fact that Dahmer was like the limited series as opposed to a continuing show, whereas Euphoria is, season by season and everything. But yeah, all around, as far as very, very intriguing picks so far. And I wonder if this is going to kind of gear towards what may or may not be picked for our next category, which happens to be best TV series overall. I happen to notice my connection got weird for a quick sec. I want to double check real fast. Is everything all good on my end? I'm sorry. Am I coming through clear still?
Yeah, but Sean has some 2 cents he's going to put in the vending machine of opinions, and we're going to see what comes out.
Uh-oh. Hello?
Yeah. So, wait, is Jason?
Am I coming through?
It's okay. He'll yes, you are, Jace. Hello.
Yeah, we're good.
Hello.
It's okay. Sean, you can continue.
Okay. So I'm really excited about Zendaya. Obviously, it was my favorite TV show of last year. I thought season 2, personally, I saw that Tyra said that season 1 was not as good as season 2, but I love season 2. And so I'm just really excited to see her win. And I just want to give some stats really quickly because this one was also crazy. So Zendaya was at 24.8%.
Whoa.
Evan Peters was at 23.3%. Patty Considine was at 22.5%. Okay. And Bob Odenkirk was at 21.7%.
Hey, all right. Got up there.
So
nice.
Once again, like between all 4 of them, it was like a couple of votes off for each. So we can just see how strong this category was.
See, I knew I should have voted multiple times.
No, you're not allowed to do that.
One time. Guys, go see Handmaid's Tale. Even if she didn't win, at least give her more votes. Elizabeth Moss is great.
Thank you immensely for the patience there and for coming up with something to fill that gap of time. Had to do a little swapping with the connection there, but we're all back and good, right? Yeah,
wonderful.
Chess.
Okay, cool. Wanted to really double check because I was seeing myself come through clear, and I was like, watch myself just be talking to no one again. Well, everybody, now that is back and we've got over that little flub there, apologies for the connection issues, we got our next category to continue our TV momentum here, which is the best TV series overall. I was bringing up right before, was kind of getting chippity-choppity there. I'm wondering if our choices, the winners that were selected for best supporting and best leading performances, if that is going to have any sort of correlation to the best overall TV series pick. But we got this one coming to us and being announced by Patrick from Have Cheetah Will View.
Yeah, Patrick.
Patrick here. Have Cheetah Will View. And welcome to the second annual Rubber Duckies. That's right. Somehow me and the Cheetah, we got drafted by the mighty Cinema Squad to help out with this year's presentation of the Duckies. And in an ironic twist, me and the Cheetah, we are doing the best television shows of the year. All right, so some of you may not know me. I'm Patrick, and I run the Have Cheetah Will View. I am a film reviewer and interviewer channel. So I review films, talk about films, and I also interview all sorts of fascinating people from all over the world, including all the members of the Cinema Squad. So I'm really happy to be here, really pleased that I was asked to come in here and do a presentation. And so let's get with it, shall we? Let's go. Let's go. So here are the nominees for the best television show of the year. 1899.
I'm not crazy!
What's wrong with that shit?
Better Call Saul Season 6.
Whatever happens next, It's not gonna go down the way you think it is.
The Boys season 3. Really? Okay, that's awesome.
I mean, they fucking love me.
By the heroes and
Fuck!
Euphoria season 2.
Until after you're gone.
The Handmaid's Tale season 5.
I pray for our children. May they live a life without all of this hate. Dear God, may they do better than we did.
Heartstopper.
I want to believe in romance.
House of the Dragon.
Where is duty? Where is sacrifice?
Now they see you as you are.
Peacemaker.
It's a grenade I tied to a Russian tank shell.
Why not just the grenade?
Grenade blows up like 2 people.
How many people does this blow up?
I don't know. I invented it this morning.
What?
Eat peace, mother.
Severance.
What's happening?
What is it we actually do here?
Wheels of Time. Wait a minute. Who put that in there? Yo, Paladin. That's not in there. Wheel of Time is not in there. Stranger Things season 4.
Your friends have lost.
God, that took forever to get here, didn't it? The winner for the best television series is House of the Dragon. That's right. House of the Dragon is the winner.
Oh my God!
Wow.
All
Okay.
right. Whew. Would have been happy with a few choices there, but my goodness, am
Yeah.
I super pleased that one took the winning spot there.
Oh, God, what an
Ah.
amazing year for television. This is
I
like
know.
everything in there. It's like one after the other.
I know, man. This is great. I can't help but be most taken aback here, John. Your reaction just would kill me, just absolutely kill me. But are you speechless, or was there something that immediately flew into your mind? What are your thoughts here?
I thought this was Stranger Things to lose, and,
Yeah.
and they did, and they lost it. Wow. I'm not surprised House of the Dragon. It would have been my number 2, right? But I thought Stranger Things, I mentioned a couple times with other performances how it took over the world, or many people saw it, and so that's why I thought it was going to win. Dude, Stranger Things ticks all those boxes and more. So, but I guess so does House of the Dragon.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's one of those where I think in regards to the way that Game of Thrones ended, and that being a sour taste that was left in quite a few people's mouths, right? It wasn't something that left us with the most fondest of memories. But let us not forget that there was still an amazing show for the majority of it, right, prior to that point. And I think what House of the Dragon does a really good job of is bringing us back to the core elements of what we enjoyed in Game of Thrones without the additional things to worry about and kind of get lost within, such as like the White Walkers, if you will, right? And certain story elements like that. It really just brings it back to kind of that serious tone drama that creates the type of tension you can cut with a knife. And it's super, super compelling to watch. Anthony, I was kind of curious as far as of your thoughts here, because I know it's something where at least enjoyed it, but do you feel it was worthy of taking top spot here?
Absolutely. Yeah, no, it's deserved the top spot. I watched it. That show will always remind me of Eric too, because we used to like text each other afterward, like, how awesome was that episode? That episode was awesome, blah blah blah. I can't believe it. So it'll always remind me. But yeah, it was just an incredible show. It pulled me right back into that world, and I'd forgotten how much I missed it. So it worked on multiple levels. Of course, again, I'll say it, Better Call Saul would have been nice to have won. And there's a lot, but The Boys, Peacemaker, those would have been happy surprises too. But hey, here we are, House of the Dragon. That's fine. It's I don't know. Was it? I'll go to Sean too. Sean, was it close?
It was close-ish, not as close as the acting categories. So it was 24.8% for House of the Dragon, 21.1% for Stranger Things, and then everything else was far behind.
Wow. Interesting that everything else was far behind. I would think this one would be a little more tied, because there was a lot of awesome shows in there.
I will say for you, Anthony, Better Call Saul was the third pick.
Okay. Hey, all right, getting up there.
Okay.
Now, real quick, isn't Better Call Saul, is that the only show that's nominated that's network television? I could be wrong.
We wouldn't consider AMC network television.
You wouldn't consider it AMC network television?
I guess it's cable, but it's not streaming.
That's what I mean, like cable. So sorry if I'm saying it wrong, but I meant like cable television.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess you're right. Everything else is streaming.
I guess so.
So I guess people still watch cable for it to come in third place right here.
I was watching it through the AMC app, so no. Even I cut the cord years ago. So.
No, that's a pretty good point, though. It's a pretty good point. And then I guess, one thing, since it's such a big category, the biggest probably with TV here is, since this happened to be the winning selection, do we feel like that this has the potential, the possibility to kind of be another What We Witnessed Game of Thrones to be like for society as a whole, right? Because that was a pretty big thing that collectively brought a lot of people together for a while. Do we think that House of the Dragon kind of do the same thing?
No.
It's off to a good start. That's for sure.
Not exactly. Yeah.
You don't think so?
Not on the exact same thing.
Yeah, not on the same plane. I think it's definitely going to bring people together. I feel like The Last of Us is bringing more people together than House of the Dragon did.
Bro, Sean, I was about to say it. You know why? Because there's a little show out there called The Last of Us. That's why.
Yeah. The Rubber Duckies, we'll follow up with that on the Rubber Duckies 3, and we'll see how.
We'll see you next year.
I think it'll do good next year.
Oh yeah.
Well, only time will tell. In the meantime, though, we do have our next category coming up here that we're going to jump on over to. We are jumping back to film, folks, and to bring us to that nice transition here, Best Animated Film is our next category to go over, being presented to us by ChillyBoy Productions. Let's see what we get.
I'm Larry ChillyBoy Chilson from the YouTube channel ChillyBoy Productions, a channel dedicated to film and television where you can find fun, outrageous lip syncs, as well as live reactions to both TV series and films. Plus, of course, all of the latest reviews, all with a nice dose of thirst thrown in for good measure. So, as a huge animation fan, I am so excited to be here tonight to present the award for Best Animated Film of 2022. And the nominees are DC League of Super Pets.
Sorry, you were saying something?
How much did you have to drink?
I had 2 toilet bowls and a bidet too, which is crazy. I didn't even know that was a thing, but it's like a dog water fountain.
Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio.
The wooden boy with the borrowed soul. Be his son, fill his days with light. We shall call you Pinocchio.
God. Puss in Boots: The Last Wish.
This is gonna be fun.
I am Puss in Boots.
And Turning Red.
But maybe I like this new me.
Mama's girls. It's gonna be me.
And the winner is... Are you sure this is the right envelope, Pikachu? Okay. Puss in Boots: The Last Wish.
My goodness!
Yes.
Wow.
What?
So well done.
Yes, I'm so happy.
Yeah.
Then Dan, kick us off, my man, and tell us how happy you are.
I loved this movie. This is like I almost say by far my favorite on the list. I just think it's so good and surprise. It's a surprise as well, but it's a shock. I did not expect it to win, but I'm so happy that it won. I don't know. Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. I liked it. No. And then I know.
What's the mouth?
And honestly, DC League of Superpets is my second favorite on that list. But yeah, no, I don't know. And then Turning Red's my third. But yeah, I don't know. I'm really happy for it.
Well, that's good. That's good. I think it's fair to say that I don't know how many, other than the people who voted for it, of course, would have predicted that Puss in Boots, right, a Shrek spin-off, that is right. This is, as far as what, the second one of his stuff, correct? Right, so it's a sequel.
Yeah.
Don't think anyone would have fairly guessed that. Oh yeah, that's going to be literally the best animated film of the entire year, and it seems to have just won everyone's hearts. The more I hear about it from other people's perspectives, I have yet to hear even the harshest of critics have much to say that's really bad about this film. They seem to really have found their groove here, and makes me curious as far as if that's going to continue on, because you can only imagine that's going to blossom into more into the franchise, even though it's called The Last Wish or whatever. But so Sean, thoughts here? Was it close within the voting? But also more importantly, your thoughts.
Yes. So my thoughts are, I did love this movie. It's like in my top 25 of last year, but Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, has my heart. It was in my top 10. And you'll see it later in the Best Picture lineup, so you know how much I love it. So kind of bummed that it didn't win, but it was winning for the longest time, and in the last week, it is when it went down. So Puss in Boots got 35.9%, and Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio ended up at 32%. So it was also very close. And like I said, in that last week is when people started coming in and voting for Puss in Boots. I think it's because it came on Peacock and people started watching it. So maybe it got a little bit of a boost there. But either way, both movies are great.
Yes, absolutely. Anthony, I know you were the one that was quick to shout out Mad God and give it the love that you feel it properly deserves. I mean, is it something where, are you shattered to any extent, the fact that you didn't take care?
I'm not happy. No! Puss in Boots did not take 30 years to make. Bill Tippett and his team, what is going on? Wait. I have to see the votes. No, I'm just kidding. Puss in Boots is awesome. It's fun. All of these are great. What a great variety too, right?
Yeah.
It's just across the board. I would have loved to have seen Mad God win. I figured it might not because it's not awesome, but just because a lot of people haven't seen it. Fair enough. I thought Pinocchio would get it though.
Yeah.
Well, it is what it is. Okay. Good pick. All the same, solid pick. All the same.
John, I want to hear John.
Well, no, yeah, I was going to say I'm surprised as far as, that Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio didn't happen to take it either.
Yeah.
But then, John, I'm curious not just on your thoughts on the winner,
Yeah.
but also as far as, I know that you kind of felt like this Pinocchio is just another Pinocchio. I mean, just any thoughts in general that you wanted to toss out there about the abundance of these animated films?
Anthony, let's go break some knees. I thought Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio was going to take this in the bag.
Yeah.
I really thought, my personal stuff aside, I really thought it was going to take it. Puss in Boots 1, it's shocking.
I guess the cat's in the bag.
Take my money. Take my money. Puss in Boots is phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal, guys. It's a really good movie.
It's a crowd pleaser.
It is, and it's really good. Take crowd pleaser out of it. It's really good, guys. It still wasn't even my number 2, but it's still really good, and I'm happy it won because it is an incredible feat of animation from DreamWorks, who for the longest time have been backseat to Disney, Pixar, and even Cartoon Saloon, Netflix's people. And they made this, and I hope that this is a sort of renaissance for DreamWorks, and we get more, because I would love to see DreamWorks back on top like they used to be back in the late 90s, early 2000s. Honestly, I would. Now, I love Turning Red. I thought Pixar did well with Turning Red. I even thought Domichi directing that film did a great job. I wasn't surprised that it didn't win out here. But I really thought Pinocchio was going to get it. I'll touch on it super quick before I end my turn here. I like Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, and I think there's a lot of really risky things done in that movie, but I feel that the DNA of that movie is still very much the classic Pinocchio movie that I know.
Okay.
As much as I appreciate how innovative it tried to be, right, and how innovative it did pull off many things, it still is that classic Pinocchio story being told. In my opinion, of course.
I disagree completely, but
Well, I guess maybe a good follow-up here is, were you hoping that maybe it would be vastly different than the standard Pinocchio story? Or
no, I don't know what I was expecting, really. Like, how different can you get with a Pinocchio story? I mean, this is how different you could get, probably.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's kind of what it was. You know what it reminded me of is almost like we've had this discussion via a Star Wars related things before, where, John, you've mentioned that you like The Force Awakens, and we've complained, it's just A New Hope, and you're like, yeah, but I think it's a better version of A New Hope to you. And it's like, okay, that's totally fair, because it's like it's the same core story, but it has so many different variants within it that it becomes a new story to a certain degree. That's how I kind of felt with this. I felt that even though, yes, it is still the Pinocchio story, it's like, but it was done in such a different enough way to where I can't help but really just appreciate the fact that I think it stands out as, even though the old cartoon will always have a nostalgia factor in my heart, I think that this new one, Guillermo del Toro, just, right, chef's kiss to you, man. That was something where you really, really did a phenomenal job with taking something and putting a fresh new spin on it.
Even in a year when there was a Tom Hanks-led live-action Pinocchio that came out.
Oh, he mentioned that he opened the can of worms.
Gotta bring it up.
Hey, at least no one's bringing up what's it called, the Pauly Shore one. Did anyone even know that one came out?
But Dad, I want to be a real boy.
Yeah. In case anyone doesn't know what I'm talking about, please stick out the rest of the show. But do yourselves a favor and just search up Pauly Shore Pinocchio, and then go ahead and have yourself a nice little laugh there. Well, in the abundance we were saying of these great animated films that came out from last year, excited to see what it turns into for this year and what we'll have for next year's upcoming picks and everything like that. But there's also something I'm always very curious to see each and every year through and through, and this is Best Hidden Gem. It is something to shed some light on some movies that maybe, just maybe, didn't give the proper amount of recognition or love that they really deserve, but we feel like, you know what, you should know about these. You should really go out there and see them. And we got rainbowFRIGHT to be able to tell us what the nominee.
Hooray, let's get it.
Hello, fellow Stardust. Welcome to the second annual Rubber Ducky Awards. My name is DeRay, aka rainbowFRIGHT, lover of all things dark, creepy, and weird. And thank you to the Cinema Squad for inviting me to announce the award for Best Hidden Gem. It's too bad that the horror category was already taken. There were so many good ones last year. So if you also like to get spooky, head on over to my channel. I've got the goods. Now for the nominees. First up is Cha Cha Real Smooth.
Is he your soulmate?
Do you believe in soulmates?
I think we all have a ton of soulmates.
How many soulmates?
For you, like 4.
How many do you have?
Like 1,200.
Hellhole. Marcel the Snell with shoes on.
You are beautiful.
There must be so many others like me.
The outfit.
What's the tape, Francis? Free. I'm telling you, this is the truth.
You want to survive the night?
You look them dead in the eyes, and you pretend you're one of them.
And vengeance.
You can't solve something like this with a 45. It's the breakdown of society is what it is.
Yes, ma'am.
I think that's very wise. You're going to need a 12 gauge, a couple of ARs, Western automatic, and a sidearm for safety.
And the winner for Best Hidden Gem of 2022 at the 2nd Annual Rubber Duckies is... Oh yeah, I agree with this 100%. Vengeance.
Whoa. Okay.
Vengeance
Yo, shout out to
got
Bernie.
it.
Did she have a piece of paper with the rubber duckies printed on there?
Yes, she did.
That was officially official right there. That
Yes,
was
it
nice.
was.
No, that was awesome.
we
Surprising
didn't
pick, guys. What do we think?
Great pick. Yeah, but I am surprised, but I would have been fine with any of them, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm not surprised. I voted Vengeance. I thought Vengeance was gonna get it. It really was a hidden gem. It was a great film that not many people know about nor watched. Directed by BJ Novak, right? Starring BJ Novak. Written, starring, directed, and it's such a good movie. One of the best things about this movie, guys, if you haven't seen it, right, is that it was able to get the. I'm not going to get political, but it bears mentioning, right, that there's like two sides, right, politically talking in the U.S. And this movie gets both sides perfectly, offends them both equally, and defends them both equally.
Yeah.
So
it's such a smart movie. And on top of that, too, it like really plays into our obsession with true crime. And, you know, like there's so many things going on in that movie. And BJ Novak, I'm not the biggest fan of, but he just hit it out of the park with Vengeance. I thought it was incredible. 4 of these 5 movies were in my top 10, though, so of the year. So I love all of them. I was really, really sad that the outfit was the lowest rated out of all 5 of these picks. With just 7.4%. So obviously not enough people have seen the outfit, and people need to seek that movie out because it is so good.
It's so good, yeah. And I'm glad since we didn't get an animated, Marcel the Shell was able to be here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was actually the second pick.
Oh, nice.
I thought it.
Yeah, because I know we were back and forth as to is that really animated enough to be considered animated? But yeah, right. Good to see that get some recognition where it's due as well. I really appreciate this category as a whole, and it's funny because it actually makes me think back to before the squad was fully formed, if that's the best way to say it, because it was kind of already put together a little bit. But it brings back memories to when Sean, you had done something with your channel where you had there was like kind of this wave for a period of time where there was like challenges, like, hey, I challenge all these channels to do this type of video as well, and you did something about like with hidden gems, and I can't remember if it was just a challenge mixed along with like the amount of subscribers that you hit or whatever. But it was the point was it was so fun to be able to kind of put that together and shine some light on. I'm really glad that we've made it official, an official category for the Rubber Duckies here, because it's a great way to make sure that people sometimes just know about some of the stuff. With the wave and plethora of things that come out nowadays, it can be really tough to shuffle through it all and know what really is something that's good or not, or at least get a good recommendation. Of course, right, we have our own opinions. You got to come to your own decisions with stuff, but sometimes it is nice to get a sense of direction from people. So that's why I really can't say enough how much I love that this is an addition here.
It's my favorite category.
As I would have guessed if I had to. But then, we got another one that is thrown into the mix here. Also have a lot of love for, because when it comes to writing, I think that this is something that is, it's really the make or break for a lot of projects. And sometimes maybe that also isn't given proper recognition where it's due on a regular basis. But with that, we want to go ahead and give that as much as we can with our next category here, which happens to be Best Screenplay. So, Best Screenplay is going to be announced by Terence Miguana.
Hey.
Let's go ahead and see, Terence, what you've got for us here with this category. Let's go, folks.
Hi, I'm Terence Miguana. That's my real name. That's my real channel. I enjoy doing movie reviews, crazy horror movie mashups, and sometimes I like to sing my cholesterol coagulated heart out. I'm also one of the co-hosts of Psychobabble Live, an anarchic weekly chat show centered around weird horror movie topics. Tonight I will be announcing the award for Best Screenplay, and the nominations for Best Screenplay are Martin McDonagh for The Banshees of Inisherin, Daniel Kwan and Daniel Shearnett for Everything Everywhere All at Once, Seth Reese and Will Tracy for The Menu, Graham Moore and Jonathan McLean for The Outfit, Todd Field for Tar. And the winner for Best Screenplay is Seth Reese and Will Tracy for The Menu.
Hey!
Crap! No way!
All right.
This one shocked the fuck out of me. I'm not gonna lie.
Whoa! Okay.
Menu!
I know, that's so...
Congratulations to The Menu!
Yeah, congrats for sure. This one, I have to jump straight to Sean. Yo, what were the results looking like on this one?
Yes. let me get that for you.
Wow. I mean, my goodness. Obviously, yeah, something that seems, of course, well-deserved. It was a nominee for a reason, but whoo!
And while Sean's looking at that, I want to say special shout out to Terence. Thank you for that. That was very cool. Yeah. And he wasn't joking. He has a lovely singing voice. If you get a chance, go to his channel. He covers some music.
Next year, Terence.
Thank you.
I could listen to him talk all day. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. He's a good guy.
36.9% went to The Menu.
Oof. Wow.
21.4% went to Everything Everywhere All at Once, and 19.8% went to Banshees.
Okay.
Wow, Banshees got some love. People watching Banshees finally.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I'm glad at least the runner-up was, well, my choice was there, Everything Everywhere All at Once. I really thought maybe that was going to take the cake, but
I would agree, yeah.
Yeah, no hate being thrown over here, just pleasant surprises. That's all, really.
Except from the chat, I'm not going to lie.
The chat's fuming?
The chat is, The Menu is another one I didn't really get the love for. I thought it was all right. Dragon Movie Guy was disappointed with the script of The Menu.
Oof. Well, you guys voted.
Okay. I know.
It was
this is
movie. Their favorite movie.
That's what makes it most interesting to me, is that we got, at least I would guess that basically everyone who's watching, I would think that most likely you voted and everything. And that's the thing that makes me most shocked here. Yeah, Sin's Corner saying it was flat, like all caps, one word review there. Whew. I don't know. Well, I don't know. This is something where I'm trying to extrapolate it more and see if there is a way to properly say as to, if it was really flat or was not as deserving. I don't know. If we had to pick it apart, John, it seems like you're on the verge of throwing something out there. Is there something where you feel like it did deserve to take this, and maybe we're all just being a little bit too quick to judge?
Come on.
Where it deserved to take it.
I did the clap thing.
Where it deserved to take it. I'm sorry, y'all, but one of the most original scripts of all time was written. It's called Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Right.
More original, that's for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, let's see. Like, there was good dialogue. Good dialogue. Some good
I
dialogue.
don't think we're giving the menu enough credit here. I feel like the menu has a phenomenal
I
script.
loved it.
But it's different, right, Sean? Because you know how sometimes there comes that movie each year where maybe it wasn't the strongest writing, or maybe it wasn't the strongest direction, or maybe the performances don't really speak to us like that, and yet we love it as a movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this movie, because for some reason you get all those things together, and it makes this huge film that we just happen to love. And maybe what's the word? Like the sums doesn't equal the whatever of its parts.
Mm-hmm.
I'm totally butchering that, but maybe each slice of cake wasn't as big as we wanted it to be, but when you put that whole cake together, it's really good.
Yeah.
Right.
That's fair.
I think it's interesting though, because this movie, I like recommended it to I work at a restaurant for anyone that doesn't know. But I recommended this film to like everyone at the restaurant that I work at, and everyone that went to go see it, like were personally like moved by it in some way, or thought it was hilarious, or like they really connected to it in some way. So I think the script really gets down deep into like the customer service and like that whole world. So if you are a part of that world, I think it means more to you than maybe someone who's not.
Yeah.
So now we know that all 746 of Sean's employees voted for the menu.
I know a lot of them voted.
Is it like do you all feel the same way about the movie Waiting with Ryan Reynolds?
I love that movie.
That's a good movie.
Is that anywhere near akin to the menu?
Well,
no, Sean.
You thought about it for a sec.
We have to give a shout out to Banshees of Inisherin, though, I think, because Banshees has such a good screenplay. And I think it does have a chance to win at the Oscars for sure.
Oh, easily. Yeah.
Definitely, without a doubt. And it's just nice to see no matter who is happy or not happy with the choice, regardless, it's nice to spread the love to, again, these people that happen to really be the backing force to whether we like these stories or not in the first place. I mean, obviously, it boils down to a lot of, we've seen with directing, performances, the editing is something that always, maybe gets shine away from when it comes to giving love to how these projects are put together. But the writing, first and foremost, is really kind of the cement that needs to be put in place as the foundation for everything before you can have anything to come from that point. So glad that we got a chance to see a lot of good writing from last year. And it seems we're, off to an interesting start for 2023, but we'll leave that for a discussion for a different point in time, shall we? Yes. In the meantime, though, we are in the midst of acknowledging a lot of the components that build up to make films what they are. And a lot of that is not just one person in particular, but it does bleed into the groups of people, right? Sometimes it's not just one singular performance. It is the ensemble of the cast that is put together, which brings us to, folks, our next category here. We happen to be looking at Best Ensemble from 2022, and that one is going to be introduced to us by none other than D Movie Man.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Welcome, welcome, everyone. This is D Movie Man, fellow cinephile, popcorn addict, and emerging film critic, coming to you with reliable recaps, reviews, and reactions. And I am elated and honored to be with you all once again for the Rubber Ducky Awards. Now, Merriam-Webster defines the word ensemble as a group producing a single effect. It also defines the adjective ensemble as emphasizing the roles of all performers as a whole rather than a star performance. A good ensemble cast has positive working relationships, helps make a film engaging and dynamic, and ultimately comes together to make a film that can be seen by everyone. But the best example involves our very own hosts and creators of the Rubber Duckies and what they represent. 6 distinct personalities and channels coming together to form a dynamic force of humor, kinship, and community. Yes, they might be classy, bougie, ratchet, sassy, moody, and nasty. But their contributions to this platform, their many supporters, of which I am one, and to the film community as a whole, cannot be denied. Aww. Tonight, I am very proud to present the award for Best Ensemble. And the nominees are Amsterdam.
You leave me here with this invalid when you know very well that I think she should be hospitalized. It's for her own good.
Ever say that to me
I
again?
can't handle it.
I'll
be
put you in a hospital.
I'll
send you to a witch trial.
Ladies, stop. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I had to raise my voice.
The Batman.
What's black and blue and dead all over?
Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery.
Look into the clear center of this glass onion. Miles Braun is an idiot.
Oh, please. Just tell us who tried to kill me.
Nobody tried to kill you, you vainglorious buffoon.
Duke.
And Women Talking.
But none of you will listen to reason.
Well, why are you here with us? Why are you still here with us if that is what you believe? Just leave with the rest of the do-nothing women.
She is my daughter, and I want her here with us.
Is forgiveness that's forced upon us true forgiveness?
Keep nonsense like that to yourself, please.
And the winner for Best Ensemble of 2022 at the 2nd Annual Rubber Ducky Awards is... Well, Daniel Craig, Janelle Monáe, Dave Bautista, Kate Hudson, Catherine Hahn, Edward Norton, Jessica Henwick, Madeline Klein, and Leslie Odom Jr. for Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery.
Whoa! Glass Onion came in and stole it.
Whoa. I don't know if it was stolen. Would you say stolen?
I don't know. I'd say so. I mean, it's
Anthony,
a good ensemble, but yeah, didn't expect it to be up the top spot there.
I don't know. I feel like Glass Onion. See, to me, I would have said Glass Onion was pretty up there. I don't know. No?
Well, that's what I'll say. Yeah, Anthony, did you feel like that was the top pick for yourself?
Yeah, that's all. That's all I mean by it. It's not even my favorite movie in that bunch, but yeah, as far as just ensemble. Yeah, just being honest, ensemble, I would say that was an amazing ensemble cast. Everybody was great in that film. But yeah, so.
Oof. John, we're on a similar wavelength here and feeling like I don't know if that's the one that I thought was gonna take it. What'd you think, man? Who'd you expect to hear?
Now I'll get personal and then I'll get to what I thought. Personally, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Yeah. That was me. Even though it doesn't have the biggest names, the way that those components all come together and that ensemble is created, Everything Everywhere All at Once for the win, in my opinion. But if Batman didn't win this award, it's not going to win anything else. Because I thought it was going to be Batman, right? I thought Batman was going to get that popular vote, and it didn't even get the popular vote. So I thought it was going to be Batman. I thought that was going to be the winner. So Glass Onion coming in and stealing it. Listen, I love Glass Onion. I really did. I thought it was a great film. And deserving win. A deserving win. I'm just shocked because I didn't think it was going to be the winner, but I'm happy that we can sit here now and 5 years down the line, we'll be sitting down with Anthony during shooting the shit or something, and we'll be like, you remember when Glass Onion won Best Ensemble at the 2023 Rubber Duckies? Yeah, man, that was crazy. That was crazy.
It was.
It was. Dan, were there any ensembles that stood out to you more? Did you think that this was the ensemble to take the cake?
So I really liked all those movies. I really liked all those ensembles. Amsterdam was okay, but the ensemble was really good in there. This one, I'm not surprised because when I think of ensemble, I think of something like this big, all A-list, well, not all A-list, but bigger cast, all working together to do something great. Everything Everywhere All at Once is obviously, my favorite movie of last year, so I loved that ensemble, and that was a great clip to pick to show ensemble. I don't know though. Like I said, I really like them all. I don't know if I agree. I think the Batman has a chance at best superhero film. Still, maybe.
Oh yeah, you're right. I forgot that was a.
Yeah.
Let me take it back. I'll take it back.
But yeah, no. Other than that, I'm happy. I liked the movie. I like the cast.
No, that's awesome. That's awesome. Sean, same thing. Upset, pleased by this close race overall with the results.
I was shocked. I was shocked by this win. I think we picked a really good 5 because these all represent movies that would not work without the entire ensemble. Amsterdam being, it wasn't much loved, but that is such a great cast. But Glass Onion has such a great cast, and they're also working in harmony together to create this really fun movie. Are they putting in Academy Award-winning performances? No, but I think them as a whole, they really make that movie an event. And I think that's why I'm okay with this. The Batman did come in second with, really quickly. Glass Onion was 29.3%. The Batman was 26.4%, so very, very close. And then Everything Everywhere All at Once was 22.9%. So those were all kind of right around each other as well. So lots of really close races here.
Interesting. Yeah, it's one of those where I wonder if, just out of curiosity with Amsterdam, if it just wasn't seen as much by the masses. Because I stand by, actually, Dan, what you were saying. I agree wholeheartedly that the movie itself is good. You know what I mean? It's a good movie. Like it's nothing that I would rant and rave, crying home about and be like, oh, you have to check this out. However, the one thing that I do stand by that's worth checking out more than anything is that group of people that they brought together for that cast. I mean, even the clip that was selected there, literally, like everyone pointed out, you could point out any actor or actress within that one scene. And it's just like, that's like a top list person right now, top tier actor or actress. So at least, would recommend it just for that one aspect alone. But nonetheless, Glass Onion still has a very entertaining cast. I think maybe I enjoyed the casting more than like the overall movie itself, but still had lots of fun with it. That's for sure.
And also there's controversy surrounding the director of that, but so that could have also played a part in.
I think it's also worth noting that Everything Everywhere isn't as sweeping as we thought it would.
Oh yeah, true.
That's true. That is very true. Well, and it's weird because I don't know if I can fairly say that I'm too upset by that, even though I would have been completely overjoyed if that would have been the case. I also find it to be almost something with like a sports game where it's like I'd rather just see a competitive back and forth sports game, even though I'd rather just my team dominate because I want them to win, of course. It's kind of the same thing here. So I'm hoping that maybe it takes the cake like as an overall with the awards, but it's nice that we're seeing everybody have their voices heard and showing some love to some other stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And to see what other love is being shown towards some other stuff. That was my best transition I could think of for this one. We happen to have now taking away from the grouping, the ensemble at hand here. We are narrowing it down just a wee bit more to an individual performance. And it just so happens within film, one of the top things to always be noted is the leading actor or actress. And that's where we're going to start with on this is the lead actor. All right, so best leading actor for a 2022 film. And this one is going to be announced to us by Struggle Reviews TV.
Woo! Tyra, let's get it, Tyra.
I have waited so long as a struggling YouTuber to see the name Struggle Reviews TV presented with an award for all the hard work and dedication that I've given to my channel over the years. I am so honored and so humble to receive this award today. I'm lost for words. Speech. First, I'd like to start off by thanking. Excuse me? Oh, I'm not here to receive an award. I'm only here to present an award for Best Actor. And this has nothing to do with my impeccable Struggle Reviews TV channel. And the nominees are Tom Cruise, Top Gun Maverick.
If I send him on this mission, he might never come home. And if I don't send him, he'll never forgive me. Either way, I could lose him forever.
Zach Villa, Hypochondriac.
Why were you singing that song?
Why? Will he?
Why were you singing? Why? Why were you singing that song?
Austin Butler, Elvis.
Dr. King was shot 8 miles from Graceland while I was out here singing to turtles. And all this, and all you can think about is how many sweaters I can sell.
I am a promoter. That is what I do.
And I'm Elvis Presley. That's what I do.
Brandon Fraser, The Will.
Do you ever get the feeling that people are incapable of not caring? People are amazing.
Ray Fiennes, The Menu.
Taste, savor, relish. Consider every morsel that you place inside your mouth. Be mindful, but do not eat. Our menu is too precious for that.
For Best Actor at the 2nd Annual Rubber Ducky Awards, that's definitely not me, is Brandon Fraser as Charlie in The Will.
Yes.
Wow, okay. Also love the way that Tyra just walked off screen afterwards, just like said it. I'm out of here.
Slade. Tyra
Yes.
Slade.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. Awesome.
That was, yeah, definitely a very unique way of introducing that. I love the whole, finding out that she's not actually winning something, she's presenting something. Though I'll tell you what, Tyra, you go ahead and you take that award you're going to give yourself in the first place anyway, right? You just go ahead, take it. You deserve it.
Yeah,
from this.
exactly.
Yeah, definitely. As far as a lot of great choices from throughout the year, this being a one that I can't say I'm overly shocked by. It's been very, very nice, as we kind of hinted at earlier, that Brendan Fraser's had this like wave coming back, almost like a second wind within Hollywood, if you will. And it's super cool to see. He just seems like such a super humble, nice, genuine person that just seems very deserving of it, because it's not just because he's a good person, it's mixed along with the fact that he's backing it up with these super solid performances that are really a punch to the gut. I remember, as far as John, you particularly, it stood out your reaction when you first saw it, because you were just like, I now live in a post-whale world. Like, you're like, I can't like really be the same. I was like, there's no way it could be that crazy. It's that crazy. Sean, is this one that do you think, as far as was your pick? Was it one that surprised you? How did you feel about this?
My pick, no one saw, so no one saw Hypochondriac, but that's okay.
I did.
Brendan Fraser, I did vote for though, because I think that performance, even if the movie is divisive, I actually personally loved the movie. I think Brendan Fraser's performance is undeniable. I don't care. You take the fat suit away. I know everyone's talking about the fat suit, but like, if you look into this man's eyes during this movie, you see his pain, you see his longing to reconnect with his daughter. It is an incredible performance. It's one of the best of the year, and it totally deserved this.
That's awesome. And it's one of those where, I think, let's give him a bit of credit. Obviously, it was tough to be able to put on that much weight for the role. That's just a difficult thing to be able to pull off. And plus, he did put on some weight for the role. It just happened to be. So I only said that to back up the point of, let that not be the talking point. The performance in itself should really be what stands tall over everything else. That was all I wanted to sprinkle in there. As far as any other, across the board here, I'll kind of just open it up for free reign discussion. John, what do you want to toss in?
Bro, if it wasn't Fraser, it was Butler, right, Sean?
Yeah, Butler came in second with 25.4%, and Tom Cruise was third with 19.8%.
Okay, wow. Dude, we say so much about Fraser, deservedly so, man. There's something about that performance that is like boggling to the mind that he's that good of an actor. But Austin Butler, oh my goodness, he's Elvis Presley. He is Elvis Presley. Okay, like he's more Elvis Presley than Elvis Presley was.
Yeah,
and he's out there and he is campaigning his butt off alongside the Elvis team. And if it wasn't Fraser, I would have really believed that it was Elvis. I know Elvis is just like the Whale, almost a bit divisive, but not his performance, not Butler's performance. So I'm so happy it's Fraser. He got my vote as well, Sean. He got my vote as well. But I would have not been surprised if Butler came in and won. And I think that's the race for the Oscars as well. Yeah. It's Butler and Fraser.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
It definitely seems, without a doubt, that we got those being the top contenders, and deservedly so. All right, like a lot of the nominees that are in all these categories here. But yeah, there is just something to be said about, hey, this is just a really good performance that we liked a lot versus, hey, don't care who you are, even if this isn't your type of movie, you cannot deny the fact that this was just a stellar top tier performance as far as brought on all ends there. But yeah, just, something that is great to be able to be acknowledged within a lot of these good films that we've had. And in the same sense, but on the flip side of it, we talked about the leading actor, and why not follow that up, everybody, with the leading actress? Does that seem fair? Does that seem appropriate there?
Ooh,
I think so.
Baby.
But so in the next category that we have coming up here, everybody, we have the best leading actress of a film from 2022. And this will be introduced to us by Kiki from another member of Smells Like Teen Angst. So let's go ahead and throw that one on here real quick.
Please, no pictures. Oh, it's just you guys. Hey. Hi, guys. It's me, of course. I know, Kiki from Smells Like Teen Angst. And of course, I'm here to tell you who's clearly the best female actress for the Rubber Duckies. And the nominees are... The nominees are Cate Blanchett, Tar.
Lydia, this is my score.
Lydia, you're confused.
It's my score! You fucking little nothing!
Danielle Deadweiler and Till.
Was taken in my home 2 days after Christmas.
Now tell the court and the jury what this is.
This picture is of my son after Mississippi sent him back to Chicago dead.
Emma Thompson, Good Luck to You, Leo Grande.
Number 1, I perform oral sex on you. Number 2, you perform oral sex on me. Number 3, we do a 69, if that's what it's still called. I don't know. 4, me on top. 5, doggy style.
Mia Goth, Pearl.
Please, I'm a star!
I'm sorry, it's me.
Please, somebody help me! Please help me!
And Michelle Yeoh, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
你點可以嘅？當然你點可以咁容易放棄我嘅？你唔中意我，唔接受，同緊要，因為呢個就係我。
And the winner is, thank you. Where would I be without you guys? Mia Goth, Pearl. You're a star, baby. You're a star.
Wow.
I'm a star.
You're a star, baby.
Yes,
Wow.
Mia Goth got it. Deserving.
Would you say that's a surprise?
A little.
I feel like it is.
A little, yeah.
This one's a big surprise for me.
Not so much in the Rubber Duckies. I feel like it's not as big of a surprise as it would be if, like, the Oscars, obviously, put her in.
Okay.
But,
yeah.
Yeah. But no, I am still surprised. I thought it'd be. Well, I don't know actually what I thought it would be, but I love her in that movie. She has such a great monologue at the end, and I'm very happy. Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, it seems like Mia Goth has been like the talk of the town for a bit now, if you will. And that's the only other reason why, even though I personally would have loved to see that Everything Everywhere All at Once train continue to roll on, as we were saying, and feel like it would have been, a great choice, because it was my choice. But I will say that, with this one, I am not really actually shocked at all. It's one of those when it came down to it, I almost would have probably said if you had to say, what's your final guess, right? Not what you want, but what do you actually think is going to take it? I probably would have put some money on Mia there. And it seems like, as far as, because it's one that's still got to get around to that particular scene/film entirely, but got to go ahead and check that out, because I definitely feel that it's a very compelling performance on all ends that she happens to give. And it seems like, right, the comparison between that with the contrast of what's done in X is a very, very unique performance that's brought to the table all around. Any other outstanding thoughts?
I was really excited about this one, I'm not gonna lie, because I think Mia Goth is gonna, obviously we've seen the award season. She's not getting any no one's giving her any awards. So which is sad, because once again we have to look at the horror film category in general, and Toni Collette and Hereditary and all of these different horror performances, they never get recognized. So I was really excited that Mia Goth got her time to shine here. So she won with 33.8%, and Michelle Yeoh was at 23.8%.
Okay.
And then Cate Blanchett was 21.5%. So she actually won by a pretty big margin too, which was really cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
yes, you really did. Dan, you said something that I totally agree with you here. It makes sense for the Rubber Duckies that Mia Goth got it.
Yeah.
It does. We don't even mean that in a demeaning way, as if the Rubber Duckies mean like any less than like the Oscars or whatnot. But it makes sense.
Yeah.
People were clamoring for Mia Goth and X, and when Pearl came out, even more. And for some reason, the critics groups and the industry awards did not want to award that performance, no matter how many times we were telling them, award that performance. It reminded me, Sean, you mentioned it, Toni Collette and Hereditary.
Yeah.
Right? You put Toni Collette at the Oscars, and she would have gotten a lot of votes.
Yeah.
A lot of votes. Mia Goth could have possibly even won. But it's not an industry type of performance, and I'm happy Goth got it here. I'm so happy Goth got it here.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, to positively reinforce, as far as, John, what you're saying, it not being a bad thing to say, oh, yeah, it's not a surprise for the Rubber Duckies, is is because this is where the people get to have their voices heard, right? Instead of it just being the critics that, you know, we all kind of sit there and wonder, like, how'd you even get to where you are? Why are you the ones making the decision? Why does your opinion matter more than anything else? No, this is the opposite. We got the people that, as you were saying, were clamoring for her to be taking away some wins for stuff, and well, here you go, right? Now we're getting that fair recognition where it's due. All the more reason why, gosh, folks, the Rubber Duckies just seems to be the award show that, you know, steals the show from all of us.
I like it.
I mean, we may not be like the biggest award show around, but like this is the only one that matters.
Exactly.
We have the biggest hearts.
Yeah.
There you go. Anthony,
Yeah,
I appreciate you keeping a straight face when you said that.
Another one I want to put on, D said it in the chat, and I was going to say here too. Lupita Nyong'o for us.
Yes.
If horror was considered, I think she definitely would have been considered as well. And I also want to say Danielle Deadwyler for this category because I loved her until, and I'm glad we at least put her in here because most of the award shows are not putting her in.
They forgot about her.
Danielle is like such a shame because that performance is so good and it got so much talk and she deserves all of the love for that performance. So I'm happy that we could put it in here, like you said, Dan. It's a shame that she's not getting recognized anywhere else. One thing I will say too, though, that's interesting, Andrea Riseborough has been in so many horror films and like psychological thrillers and stuff through the years. And it's funny that all of a sudden now she's getting recognized for like a non-horror film / psychological thriller. So it's funny. So hopefully one day Mia Goth will get her dues.
Well, one day when she's in an Oscar baity film, she'll get it.
Exactly.
That's the key to success there.
I get it.
Well, another key to success in the industry these days, non-cheesy transition, is getting yourself landed a superhero role. It seems if you can manage to do that, my gosh, you are just skyrocketing in Hollywood these days. Now, doesn't determine whether the films that you will be in will be good or bad or anywhere indifferent, but it's definitely one of the top sought after things nowadays. And of course, we have a category to honor that with Best Superhero Film. If I had to say that there was a favorite category, just because I'm such a huge superhero dork, this would probably be it. All right, love everything that we got here, but really looking forward to see as far as what you all selected with this one. So for Best Superhero Film, we have this announced by BAMTube TV.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and movie lovers of all kind. My name is Brett Murphy from the YouTube channel BAMTube TV, and I have been bestowed with the great honor of presenting the best superhero movie of 2022 for the second annual Rubber Duckies. So for those of you who already follow my channel, which if you don't, I highly recommend you do, you will likely already know that I am a massive comic book movie fan. More often than not, the best comic book movies of that year are going to end up at the very top of my favorite movies of that year's list. And this year was no different, with 3 of tonight's nominees being featured in my top 10 movies of 2022. But that's besides the point. Rather than me rambling and yammering on even more, let's just get right down to the nominees. And those are The Batman, Black Adam,
Or you can be its savior.
Black Panther, Wakanda Forever,
Show them who we are.
Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness,
It doesn't seem fair.
and Samaritan.
Things you buried tend to haunt you.
Why did you disappear?
And now, folks, we have the envelope with this year's winner hidden inside. Don't mind if I do. Yes, exactly who I was hoping for and exactly who I voted for. This year's winner is the Batman.
Hey.
Hey. Okay. But Dan, you were right. You mentioned if it still had a chance for anything, it was going to be best superhero film, and here we see it take the top prize. Dan, are you happy that it did so?
I am happy. It's my favorite superhero film of last year. Wakanda Forever being a second. But yeah, no, I'm very happy with it. Horror flicks when Nick said his Black Adam in here just to round out the list. To 5. So not for me. It would be in my top 5 for superhero movies anyway. Like Samaritan and Doctor Strange would not have been in here if I was. But no, I'm just kidding. We all picked this list. But no, I'm happy.
That's good. Man, the growing hate that you've had for Multiverse of Madness over time is really different.
No, it's crazy.
Him and Anthony.
No, it is what it is. I think this one was either like Black Panther or Batman to me. It was gonna go one way or the other. So he could have announced either of those, and I would have been like, okay, that makes it. And either one would have been fine. But yeah, this is a good pick. This is a good pick. Batman. That's fine.
Yeah,
definitely. Sean, I know that with yourself, you were really won over by the Batman. I was super thrilled by that because I know it's something where, it's not like you dislike superhero movies by any means. It's just more so that you're like, hey, look, there's other movies to be seen. But I'm super happy that obviously it gave you such a good impression. So, I mean, like, is there, something to be said as though you feel like there's some reasoning behind it as opposed to just being a superhero movie? What do you think led it to being such a good choice, let alone the best superhero film of the year, according to the audience?
Yeah, I was so happy about this. I think the Batman transcends the genre almost. Like, I'm a huge fan of noir and detective and really gritty stories, and this just fit the bill on so many different levels. I really feel like Matt Reeves, he was like, I have a vision for the Batman and I'm going to make it my own, and he did exactly that. So I love this movie. It's my top 10 of last year, which is very rare for a superhero movie to end up in my top 10. So also, I think this is quite interesting. The Batman for best superhero film had the biggest vote out of anything for the Rubber Duckies. It won by 64.8%.
Ooh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, so that just goes to show you what a force the Batman is.
Yeah, I'm guessing Wakanda Forever was second.
Wakanda Forever was third.
Doctor Strange was second.
Doctor Strange was second.
Okay. John, how do you feel about that with Multiverse of Madness managing to get second place?
Oh, I'm happy. I like Multiverse of Madness more than I like Wakanda Forever. Yeah, I Wakanda Forever for me was semi-disappointing.
Okay.
Not a bad movie by any means. And I don't even want to try to compare it to the first Black Panther. I find it to be unfair considering the real life events that took place with that production. So I don't even want to compare it. So let's judge it for its merit. I don't think it was that good of a movie. I didn't think it was that good of a movie. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness has its flaws. I understand. Anthony, don't kill me, bro. I know you're from the Bronx. You can get a hit on me. I get it. Dan, I'm sorry. Dan, I'm sorry. But I think that Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness seriously was number 2 for me. Sam Raimi had such a particular vision for that movie, and I felt that Kevin Feige really, really let him run with it.
I feel like I keep saying things during the ceremony that are going to get me less subscribers, but I would have put DC League of Super Pets and Thor over Doctor Strange and Samaritan.
Get out of here!
Oh god!
I didn't even like
it. With this love and thunder nonsense.
Honestly, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, I personally really, really enjoyed that movie, and you guys know how I feel about Marvel movies. So, I don't know. I don't get Dan's hate for it, or I think Anthony's a little bit less hateful.
I'm less hateful. Yeah.
It's because of the hate. It's because of the things that were rumored, and nothing. There's no multiverse. That's
okay, though. Not everything that's rumored has to be in your movie. Like,
no,
I feel like just pandering to the fans is also like selling out a little bit too.
Yeah, but don't call yourself Multiverse of Madness if you're barely gonna have multiverse and you're barely gonna have madness.
Okay, well then there was too much Quantumania in the Quantumania.
Yes, Sean. Yes, Sean.
Well, also,
yes.
Was the Age of Ultron really an age, or was it just like a couple of days of Ultron?
A couple of hours of Ultron. Let's get it right here.
The titles matter or not? We need to figure this out tonight.
They don't. Titles don't matter.
No, I think, if I could throw one thing in that it's something we were kind of discussing the other day after getting a chance to see Ant-Man a little bit. I threw in that I feel like as far as an individual movie, it could be definitely more difficult to appreciate if you haven't kind of been in the know of the MCU up until now, or kind of have an idea what they're alluding to get to in the future. But if you look at it more so as opposed to just kind of one individual closed off, contained movie, and look at it more as a stepping stone of what is to come, I think it's a lot more easy to appreciate in that regard. Because I definitely had a lot of fun with it, and I think at the end of the day, it's something that really established a lot in there of again what we're going to be seeing. Like, it's the very first time that mutants, right, X-Men specifically, Fantastic Four and all that type of stuff was like full-blown introduced, not just hinted at. So anyway, it gets a lot of hate. I can definitely, John, like you were saying, see why it gets some of that hate. There are definitely flaws within that film without a doubt, but really good one, good contender to be in here. But at the end of the day, if I had to make a quick comment about Batman, I'm super happy that Batman took the #1 spot here. I'm a huge Batman fan in general. And also, this was something that I felt was very reminiscent of the Arkham games. So there's like the video game series, right? The Batman Arkham games. There's 3 of them. The 4th one made by a different company. It's a different discussion. My main point being is that is such a great representation of like what I expect Batman to be, what Arkham should be like. And The Batman as a movie felt almost like kind of the closest thing we've seen to a live action representation of the Arkham video game series. So in that, very pleased with it. Glad that it seems that the audience was as well.
Yes.
Sean, I can't tell if you're disagreeing with what I'm saying or not.
No, there's an ice cream truck driving by my house.
I knew it. I heard
it. Yeah, it's playing that shit.
And go out there and get ice cream, my man.
Yeah, Sean, how about you go ahead, right? We'll take a minute. You'll go out and you invite him onto the stream with us.
No.
Well, alongside specific genres that we had just gotten a chance to go through, right? Superhero films being a specific genre, very much deserving its own category. There's another genre that happens to deserve its own category because of how unique it is. And that would be within the horror category. So without further ado, everyone, we happen to be looking into what we have voted on as the best horror film of 2022. And this one is going to be introduced to us by Horror Flicks with Nick.
Yes, let's get it.
Yeah,
Nick.
baby.
Babylon Hive.
Hello, Rubber Duckies. I am Nick from the YouTube channel Horror Flicks with Nick. And while all of you are virtually celebrating the awards show together, I am down here in my basement, completely and utterly alone, ready to present an award very near and dear to my heart, the best horror movie of 2022. The nominees for the award are The Black Phone, Up next, the second nominee is Nope. The third nominee, and in my opinion, a very strong contender, Scream 5. I mean, come on. Who doesn't love seeing Ghostface pop up behind some poor, stupid, unsuspecting future victim?
Hello, Sydney.
Scream 5, the fourth nominee is Terrifier 2. And the final nominee is X.
Are you alright?
No.
All right, and now the big winner is... Sorry, I thought I heard something going on behind me there. Actually though, before I announce the big winner, I did just quickly want to mention, thank you so much to the whole Cinema Squad for allowing me to present this category. It was an awesome year for horror overall. Plenty of films snuck right up on me. It's extremely tough to pick just one winner. I know I had a hard time voting. Picking between any of these was like taking a stab to the heart. And the winner is... Oh, right. Thank you. Almost forgot this. All right, let's see. Okay. The winner for the best horror movie of 2022 is... Nope. Congrats to Nope, and back over to you guys at the Rubber Duckies.
Hey. First of all, I'm glad he's still alive. That's
Oh my god, that was so funny, bro.
That was so
That-
good.
yeah, Nick's video was incredible.
Yes.
Wow. No pressure to the future announcers that we choose for further Rubber Duckies down the line. Because
That was
everyone is
hilarious.
bringing the heat.
Oh, everybody's
Yeah.
been great. Everybody's been great. Yeah, but that was really
That
cool.
was
Yes.
absolutely phenomenal. Nick, thank you so much for that. That was so well put together. And I did think, as I'm sure many other people might have been thinking, that as that was all going on, I'm like, oh, this is probably a really creative way to say that Scream is the winner. So I was a bit shocked when he
And I
announced
think
as far as what ended up
I
being.
think it's funny that it was Nope after you think that it's going to be Scream.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That was a good. That was, dare I say, that was a better twist than some of M. Night Shyamalan stuff.
Uh-oh, shots fired.
But I say that having respect for his stuff, of course.
That was so funny.
Anthony, being someone who enjoyed Nope very much and defended Nope as a horror movie when it was brought into question if it really qualified as one, how do you feel that it not only was brought into nomination here, but won?
I vindicated. That's how I feel. I feel vindicated. This was my pick. I'm so happy to see it in here, and I'm so happy to see it win. I'm a little surprised to see it win because people were a little split on this. There was some mixed reviews along the way. There was some people who aren't fans of this film. I don't know. I feel like since it's the horror category, I could have seen it go into like Black Phone or something like that, or X. I could have. So this is a, for me, it's a happy surprise. I'm glad to see it in there. There was some good picks here, but yeah, I'm glad to see Nope get the win. And that's awesome. I'm happy with this one. What'd you guys think?
I actually, it's one of those where I can't say I'm too shocked because I feel that Jordan Peele himself has really just taken over the modern industry when it comes to like horror. I think as soon as his name is attached to something that is horror related, people instantaneously are, immediately intrigued and won over and, super, super compelled to go see what it is. Especially this was a good example because the lead up with the advertising of Nope, there was not much that was presented, right? It kind of left us in the dark quite a bit in a very ambiguous way of how things were presented, where you didn't know exactly what it was about. And yet still, people ran right to it like there was no tomorrow. And because of that, like I think, that it's not too shocking for me that this happened to take it. Right? Good pick there overall. What else is the thought process of not just, I guess, this film, but do we all agree? Is like Jordan Peele kind of setting the tone for new modern horror, or is it maybe a bit overhyped or...
No, I actually like Nope quite a bit. I did. I like Nope. I called Nope just Jaws. It's the 2022 Jaws because that's what it was. But yeah, Jace, you talk about a director that's making moves in a certain genre that could possibly, maybe you could argue that he already has changed the face of a genre moving forward. Jordan Peele. Yeah, so there's a couple of names there I'd like to add, right? But Jordan Peele, yeah, for sure, dude. So I'm happy that Nope got it here. I just thought that video from Nick was hilarious, dude.
Yes.
Oh my goodness,
loved it.
hilarious. Out of all the 5 nominees, I've got to say that the Black Phone is the one that I'm least on, but even the Black Phone I liked.
Really?
Yeah.
It was a good year for horror. It really was. I think it was a good year for horror. 2022.
It was a great year for horror.
I agree.
I think we should bring up. There's 2 movies that were left out that I think could have been on here: Barbarian and Smile.
Read my mind.
So I know, John, you were super hyped about Barbarian at the beginning. What made you not pick Barbarian for your choice?
Yeah, so all those people that wanted Barbarian, and it was gonna be up to me, and I let you all down, just so you know. But I love Barbarian, and I still really do like Barbarian, but with time and with hearing critiques, good and bad, right? I never let critiques get in my head, ever. Dude, you could hate a film and I could love a film. Sean, you hate Babylon. I don't care that you hate Babylon. I love it, you know? I'll never let critiques get in my head, right? But if you can get me to rewatch a film, rethink a film, and that's exactly what the critiques of Barbarian led me to rethink it and rewatch it. And while I still think it's good, it's that first act that I'm in love with and nothing else. I think
that's fair.
That's where I would stand too, just to throw it out there. I think it's something that had a bunch of potential, and I don't want to speak on behalf of anyone within the production of that, but it just almost feels like they had this great concept and they fleshed out that concept up until a certain point and then didn't really know what to do with it. Or I feel like there was interference from some other external entity, like whether it's the studio or someone coming in for rewrites or whatever the case is, because it was just the third act of that movie that really did not sit with me well, for lack of better terms.
You have a great point, Jace. So the first act of that movie was a short film that the director wrote, and he got his funding because of that first act, but it wasn't long enough to make for a feature-length film. So he got feedback from our winner, Jordan Peele, for the rest of his film, actually. So if you look at what happened with Barbarian and how that whole movie panned out, I think it's quite interesting looking at all of that. But I agree with you guys. I think the first act is the best horror film of the year, and the last 2 acts are crap. But that's just me.
I wouldn't say crap, but I do feel horrible, by the way, because Horror Flicks with Nick he happens to be in the live chat at the moment. He's heartbroken because he said that the third act of Barbarian was apparently his favorite part.
That's fair. Once again, we all have different opinions, and we're here to celebrate all opinions right now.
If there's one other thing to throw in there real quick about it without extending it too much, but it's just to say that the third act is not even so much that it's like bad. For my perspective, I feel like it's just jarring compared to what we got leading up to that. So essentially, the third act could have been fine if the rest of the movie had that same tone. It didn't, right? The third act basically turned into like something that would take place in the universe of Malignant, and like the first bit of it definitely did not begin that way. I guess that's the only thing as to why it just feels odd at the very least. But very happy that you liked it, Nick.
We don't talk about Malignant.
And I love
it won last year. Let's not forget. Okay. Really quickly, I want to talk about all of the scores for horror because it was pretty interesting. So Nope won with 34.4%, and then X was second with 22.7%. Then The Black Phone with 16.4%, Terrifier 2 with 14.1%, and then Scream with 12.5% was the last one.
Really?
So,
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. The last 2 I would have expected higher.
Same.
Terrifier 2 and wow, that's a bit of a surprise.
We still need more people to see Terrifier 2 because that was my pick. I love that movie so much.
I love that movie. Yeah.
I would have definitely expected Scream to be a bit higher up on the list as well.
Yeah.
Well, hey, given the fact that we have another Scream film coming out this year, maybe, just maybe, we'll have it as another contender for the following Rubber Duckies, and someone go ahead and throw their votes in for that. Get some redemption for that series. Well, as we know, when it comes to these different genres, guys, it's not just the genre itself that makes up the film and determines how it will be. It's the vision that comes into making that film, right? And that obviously is determined by none other than the person that is mainly in charge behind the camera while this is being put together, which is the director. Big deciding factor as to how something will turn out is who it's directed by, no matter what the rest of the pieces of the puzzle that are being put together. And so it's always cool to see who the best director is thought of as by the audience here. So everybody, the next one that we got, our second to last category actually, is going to be Best Director of 2022. This one here, as I double check the list, will be brought to us by Thomas Hicks.
Woo, Tommy!
Yes, let's do it.
How's it going, everyone? My name is Thomas Hicks, out of the greatest city in the entire world, Houston, Texas. Shout out to my fellow Houstonians. You know what's up. But Texas aside, Houston aside, why am I here? I am presenting the award for Best Director, which means so much to me because I'm in college, I'm a film student, and I'm trying to be a director and a filmmaker myself. And I just want to say, these nominees absolutely knocked it out of the park this year. Like, all 5 of these guys killed it. Their films are great and the direction was incredible. Real quickly, before I announce the winner, I just wanted to plug myself real quick. My TikTok is Tommy Talks Movies. That's definitely what I'm most active on. Watch my videos, DM me, let's talk movies. And yeah, that's my TikTok. And then my Instagram is Thomas Hicks. I'm very active on my Instagram as well. Always posting about movies. And I have a lot of cool things in store for 2023. So I'd definitely love for you guys to join me along the ride. Okay, so the nominees for Best Director are Damien Chazelle, Babylon. The Daniels, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. Jordan Peele, Nope. Park Chan-wook, Decision to Leave. And Ty West, X. And the winner for Best Director at the 2nd Annual Rubber Duckies is The Daniels, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
And they won DGA, baby. They won DGA
yes, they
yesterday.
did. On their way to the Oscar win, baby.
Going to the Oscars. Going to the Oscars.
Right. Oh my gosh. Well, definitely thrilled about that one. Yeah. And I know we keep saying the phrase well-deserved, but that one feels well-deserved there.
Well-deserved,
I was going to say, we all seem to be super happy about it, without a doubt. But Sean, you were very vocal immediately, and I love it, man, because I'm right there with you. But go ahead, express your enthusiasm further about how happy you are they took this.
So I was a little bummed that they didn't win screenplay, but they can't win everything. So, and I'm happy the menu won. But the Daniels have done something, and especially on a limited budget too. Like, you have to think about, a lot of these directors are working, I mean, Ty West too, like there's some directors working on a limited budget, but for what they were able to accomplish with the visual effects, the stunt choreography, the acting, balancing the emotional moments with the action and the comedy, there's just so much to love about this film. And I think that if anyone else had won, I'd be really sad.
I agree. Sorry, the connection on my end was choppy for a quick second there, but it is. It would have been sad if anyone else happened to take it, and I'm very happy this one is the one that there was to be. I love the fact that it just seems that collectively it's just agreed upon that as weird of a movie as this is, and as weird as a concept as it is. Like, a lot of people don't seem to always be down with the concept of the multiverse or any of that stuff. It gets like too confusing sometimes to the general audience, if you will. And yet everyone that has seen this is just accepting it with open arms. And that's really cool to be able to have happen there. And I'm glad that's what's taken place.
Multiverse movie of last year, obviously. But that's
actually, no, it's funny, Danny. I swear we're on the same wavelength here, bud. I was going to bring up as far as I got to agree, right? And I was going to toss it to you on this one just to kind of elaborate further on. But look, I'm right there with you. Even though I enjoyed Multiverse of Madness, if you had to say what's the better multiverse movie of 2022, it without a doubt is going to be Everything Everywhere All at Once. Obviously, you feel the same, but why, Dan? Right? Why is it a better multiverse movie?
I don't know. It just was so original, and it actually had the multiverse in it, and I don't know, it just had everything, like Sean was saying. Like, it had comedy, it had action, drama, great acting, great performances, great physical performances, great drama. And, it just had all of that mixed together, and it was intriguing, and it was different, and it was hilarious. I loved it.
And it had hot dog fingers.
Yes. Yes.
Extra shout out to Cody from earlier.
Shout out.
Cody
That
for
was
having
awesome.
me. Yeah, that was so great. John, you in a similar wavelength as far as feeling that this was deserving to be not just, winning all the categories that it has, but specifically for the direction?
Oh, absolutely, dude. I'm just going to repeat what everybody has said here about the Daniels, and I don't really want to repeat. It's true. I did everything here, dude. What they did was phenomenal, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anthony?
No, that's it. Yeah, agreed.
No repetition further?
No, I'm good.
The Daniels, baby.
I love how, John, the way you started that, by the way, that was perfect, though. I'm just going to repeat everyone else said, but I don't want to repeat anything, so never mind.
I just want to throw out really quickly what the stats are for this one.
Yes.
The Daniels won with 46.4%, which is a lot. The closest one next was Jordan Peele for Nope at 21.6, and then Damien Chazelle for Babylon at 15.
Let's get it, Babylon Hive. We got this.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love the love for Babylon on your end, John. Well, as we get down to the remnant of what is last year of these categories, right? We have basically the bottom of the barrel, but as you would expect to go aside from what that expression is, usually bottom of the barrel is like, oh, so we're running out of stuff, huh? We got the best for last.
The best for last.
The best picture. What could possibly be known as the best film of 2022? Well, we threw this out there. It is up to your votes now. The ball's in your court, everybody. All right. There are 10 nominations for this one, just as we had for Best TV Series, Best Picture altogether. 10 nominees, and we got a very unique and interesting presenter for this one, as I'm sure it might be someone that maybe some of us are familiar with. We have good old Austin Burke that is going to be presenting Best Picture for us here.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right.
What's up, Flick fans? Austin Burke here at the Rubber Duckies, and it's time for the big award of the night, the grand finale, the culmination of everyone's hard work. That's the Best Picture award, and it's always my favorite award of the night. I have been tasked with the challenge of presenting this to you, and I have to admit, there are a lot of movies on this list that could have, and maybe should have, won, but you all chose one. Did you choose the right one? We'll have to see. I do have one flaw with this list, though. Where is Marmaduke, the cinematic classic from 2022? Marmaduke. Watch it. And the nominees for Best Picture are Avatar: The Way of Water.
Buddy, I have no idea what you just said. They hurt you, didn't they?
Babylon.
What I do means something.
You thought this town needed you. It's bigger than you.
It's the most magical place in the world.
The Batman.
I'm vengeance.
Elvis. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
尽管离家让我心碎，我想告诉你，如果有来生，我还是会选择和你一起报税。 开心一点。
Good luck to you, Leo Grant.
Your body's beautiful. I wish you could see that.
Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio.
A very special school book. One which belonged to a very special boy.
Carlo? The boy you lost? Was he a very good boy, Papa?
Yes, he was.
And you loved him very much?
I did. I do.
The Menu. Tar.
You play really well. But nowadays, white male cis composers, just not my thing.
Don't be so eager to be offended. The narcissism of small differences leads to the most boring conformity.
And Top Gun Maverick.
Thank you for saving my life. What my dad would have done.
And your winner, which I have in this Top Gun popcorn bucket, maybe that's just a way to throw you off, is... Oh my goodness, you may have gotten this one right. One of the best movies of the year. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. That is awesome.
Yeah, we did it! Yeah, buddy! Oh, we did it!
Wow.
Oh, we did it, guys.
Oh, the overwhelming
Lisa
feeling of
definitely-
satisfaction.
Lisa is like the predictor of the night. She totally called it. She's like, the last two are going to be Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Wow. Sean, please bless us with the results of this one.
Yeah, I am curious.
First and foremost, I just want to say, I know everyone has their different opinions on Everything Everywhere All at Once, which it kills me that Lisa doesn't love this movie, but I have to get over that. But I mean, at the end of the day, this movie, for me at least, has hit me on so many different levels. I've watched it many times now, and I am so happy it won this. I am a little bit surprised because I thought Top Gun Maverick could take it, or Avatar. So with that, the stats are Everything Everywhere All at Once with 31.8%. And then Avatar The Way of Water is second with 16.7.
Wow.
Top Gun Maverick The Batman with 15.9%. And then Top Gun Maverick with 14.4. And the only one that was even close was the fifth pick, which is Babylon with 7.6%.
Babylon Hive, we did it. Top five. Top five.
This is great. It's causing definitely a phenomenal reaction within the chat right now.
Yeah.
The chats are blowing up. I love it.
Yeah, Sin's Corner. I'm so sorry. Right, it's she literally is. This was, I guess, the straw that broke the camel's back, if you will. given the fact that she threw in as far as, okay, now I officially hate that film. And I couldn't get much of a, or couldn't help but get a kick out of that. I'm sorry. Also, struggle
come
review.
on. Celebrate it for what it is.
Tyra was throwing out there a few dildo surrealism, kung fu, and people lose their mind. Hey, you know what? This is something that I'll definitely take a brief moment, even though we've already mentioned a bunch about this movie, but to different capacities, right? More so highlighting certain roles within the film and everything. If you haven't gotten a chance to see it, obviously, we couldn't recommend it enough, and it seems as though the masses happen to agree here. Even if you've seen it and you have mixed emotions, I'm going to go as far as saying that this is one that deserves a rewatch. There are certain times where it's like, look, if you didn't feel a certain way about a movie, so be it. If you get back around to it, great. If not, what's the worst case scenario? This is definitely one that I feel like deserves a second perspective if you happen to not care about it too much. And that's not to say it'll definitely change your mind, but there's a reason why it seems to be winning over so many people, and it was just so much was done so well, right? Can't speak enough about the performances, the actual story being told, how it's such a, as I was saying before, crazy out there story and hits so emotionally hard so well. Couldn't be happier that it took this award here for this night. And thank you again so much, Austin, for introducing it and nominating it or not nominating, but announcing the nominations and the winner like that. It was definitely a pleasure to have you on board for this. I don't even know who to toss it to. Someone take it away. What are the other thoughts here about this winning Best Picture?
Me. Geez, I wasn't sure which way this would go. I'm glad I didn't do predictions because I don't think I would have gotten any of them. But I don't know. I'm happy. I'm super happy with this. It's a great win. I'm glad to have seen this film. Just take. How many did it end up taking now? Is this the third?
For what?
I'm saying third, right?
Rubber Ducky.
Rubber Ducky award. I mean, yeah. So no, I'm happy. Not a lot. What was that?
Number 4.
Yes. Okay. So I'm happy. I have zero complaints. Zero complaints.
Oh, dude,
yeah. I thought it was going to be Top Gun at the last second.
Yeah, we got a little swerve there.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
I feel like I had a good shot. My heart is so happy, dude. Oh, man. I jumped for joy at the exclamation of Everything Everywhere All at Once from Austin Burke here. I obviously wanted it to win, but I honestly thought it was going to Top Gun. I thought Top Gun was going to be it. So to see that even Avatar was number 2, that's a little surprising for me, considering that it was nominated for nothing else except Best Picture. It'd be funny if it ended up winning with no other prior nominations. That would have been pretty funny. But no, Everything Everywhere All at Once. The masses have spoken.
The masses have spoken.
Yes.
That's true.
Yes, they have.
True. Yeah.
You can't be mad. You can't be mad. All we did was nominate it. You voted for it.
Exactly. All right. It circles right back around to where we kicked off with everything when mentioning that that's what I like about this so much is instead of feeling, upset because who knows who ended up picking the winners, right? This was truly in your hands and will continue to be so as far as that's what we love so much about this award show, that it's, you are the deciding factor as the fans, as we should be, right? We see these movies. We're the ones that are paying to go watch them and critique them and talk about them all day, especially if you're like us and have YouTube channels and whatnot. So it makes sense that we should also be able to have a say with who wins certain awards and everything like that. And now that we have reached this point here of introducing all of our different nominations, right? We've gotten through all of our categories, guys. It's unbelievable to think that this is now the second year that we've had the pleasure of doing this. I cannot stress enough that this is something that all of us really immensely look forward to as a collective. There's definitely things that we do on our own personal channels that take up a lot as far as our time and effort and everything, but this is something that we really strive to try and make as entertaining, well put together for all of you, and something that we hope you all get a kick out of just as much as we get a kick out of doing it. With that, I want to start to kind of sort of bring things to a close. Don't worry. We're not ending things at this exact moment here. I did want to actually give an opportunity to kind of just throw out for, last thoughts, if you will. This is something where, John, I'd like to go ahead and toss it to you, not just to see what maybe your last thoughts are for the fact that we've gotten now our second annual Rubber Duckies. starting to wrap up here, but I know that there was definitely something else as well that you wanted to go ahead and shout out real quick.
Yeah, just real quickly, now that we're wrapping things up from this historic night for the second annual Rubber Duckies. Guys, the fun doesn't end here, because in a few weeks, the Oscars are back for their 95th anniversary, 95th ceremony, I should say. And Off to the Races is back with their ballot game from last year. Last year was such a fun time with this ballot game. It is a ranked game. Each question, each category has points to it, and whichever you get right, obviously, you get points awarded to you. And by the end of the night, Oscar Sunday, the person with the most votes wins our ballot game. And ladies and gentlemen, if I can for a second, defending champ right here alongside Horror Flicks with Nick.
Very well put together there, and looking forward to as far as seeing how that turns out. Everybody go ahead, if you haven't already and you're interested, take that opportunity, jump down that link below and start clicking away. See what the ballots work out to. Right? Just when you thought the voting was done. No, of course not. We keep the fun going and everything. And also, want to continue to collectively get some final thoughts here. But with that, I guess maybe this is a perfect segue. Dan, I'd love to toss to you, see what your last thoughts are, but also happen to notice that we have got some just all too kind love as far as from a couple people here with some super chats coming in. So if you wanted to say what you want to say and read those out, man, I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, so I'll start with the super chats. And first we got Melissa Wright. She gave us $10. Thank you so much, Melissa.
Thank you, Melissa.
Thank you.
She said, amazing show, you guys. This was so much fun. Yes, it was. It's fun every year. We already can't wait for next year.
Yep, I'm ready.
Yep. But that's not all. We have another super chat. Another one from Struggle Reviews TV. Tyra, thank you so much again.
Thank you.
Love you, Tyra.
Great job, you guys. Thank you so much. You guys all did a great job on your announcement videos. They were amazing. Yes. Thank you so much. We couldn't have done this without you guys.
Yeah.
Yes. But yeah, as my final thoughts, I'm happy with the night. There's nothing where I'm that bummed except for Morbius. But no. So jokes aside, I do like Morbius, but it's not like it's fine that I'm not surprised that it got worse. But no, I had a great time again. It always feels like this is we're getting ready for the Oscars when we're on the show, and we're so thankful for your support.
I've got to say, I'll give my thoughts and give it all to the wonderful collaborators that worked on their videos this year for us. You see the five of us here, and you guys, you join us and you praise us for whatever you think we're worth praising for, but honestly, right back at you tenfold. Thank you guys so much. If we could have 20 people live, we would love to have all 18 presenters live. Fortunately, StreamYard doesn't allow that to happen. But man, what an incredible turnout. And thank you guys so much for everything that you do. You guys are incredible. Truly.
Yes.
Oh, well said.
I love it.
Said. Sean is the one who was going into this with the most knowledge, but still seemingly had an amazing time with us, right? Final closing thoughts on this year's ceremony.
I'm ready for next year already. I'm ready for it to happen. I'm ready for what 2023 has in store for us, movies and TV wise. Hopefully, a lot of people have been saying in the chat that 2021 was better than 22 or whatever, but I really do hope and pray that this year we start seeing some really original films, and we love our franchises, but also give us some amazing projects that we can get really excited about and rally behind. There's a couple this year, the Batman and Everything Everywhere All at Once, Top Gun Maverick. We've obviously talked about those films here tonight, but I want to really have to think about who actually gets a spot in Best Picture next year.
Oh yeah.
Cocaine Bear.
Barbie.
Two strong contenders to kick us off already. That and Megan from
the unrated version, maybe.
Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah.
Anthony, man, how about yourself? Being the fact that this was your first Rubber Duckies with us, all right? How do you feel, man? What were your thoughts
All
on
right.
closing thoughts on the night?
Nah, I'm a rookie, and I am so happy. I'm geeking out. I couldn't have asked for a better night. You guys have all been awesome, and I thank everybody who's been involved and contributed and helped along the way. It's been great. And as far as all the winners go, there was a lot of surprises here, but mostly pleasant surprises. I won't let the Mad God thing get to me. I promise. And I am looking forward to next year already. We're already off to a good start, with the Winnie the Pooh. That was
Blood and honey, baby.
Can we do something very fun to like kind of end the night? Really fun.
Sure. I did want to toss in one final thing, since just because we're all like individually throwing stuff out there. I know I said my thoughts already, but I just wanted to give a quick shout out in case anyone was wondering, where's Joe? Where's Joe? We love you. We miss you, Joe.
Love you, Joe.
And we cannot wait to have you back with us sooner than later, especially for next year's Rubber Duckies and everything. But don't worry, everybody. Joe's doing well, if I can speak a little bit on his behalf there, right? So just feel good knowing that. I didn't want anyone to come into this wondering what the heck was going on. So we miss you, Joe.
Yeah, miss you, Joe, man.
Shout outs to Geeky Hijinks. Yes.
John, take it away, man. What we were trying to throw into the mix.
I would love for us to make our super early predictions of what's going to win Best Picture at the Rubber Duckies next year. Just throw it out there. Just God, we're going to be wrong, or we may be right. We're going to be wrong, or we may be right. Does anybody have one off the top of their head?
Clearly.
Let's see. I'm trying to think.
We got this.
All right. I'm going to go ahead, and say that if Dune 2 performs well and blows it out of the water, it's going to go to Dune 2.
Okay.
Wow. What's the name of the new Spider-Man that's coming out?
Oh, Across the Spider-Verse.
That'll be my pick.
Part 1.
Yeah.
Good one.
I'm going to say Killers of the Flower Moon.
Ooh, Scorsese.
Yeah. I'm going to say that has a good chance.
Nice. Dan, what about you, my friend?
I'm just throwing this out there. Barbie.
Yo, let's get it! The Barbie hype is real.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jace, anything comes to mind at all? Maybe if Nolan's Oppenheimer.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah,
I think there's a trailer out for that too, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know if I would throw that into the. It's tough because I can only say I know so much about it, or have like an idea of what it's about, I should say. Damn it. That is such a tough question.
I know I put you on the spot, so I apologize for that. I just thought it was something fun to do.
One of ours.
Yeah,
I was trying to fly through. I was going to try and fly through a list of movies there and everything, but I'm going to steal Anthony's pick. I'm just going to ride along this. I'm going to ride along the Spider-Man train. If anything, I have a feeling that that'll go ahead and take the best superhero film. If it doesn't happen to take the best film overall,
best animation, something, yeah.
Something.
I think there's two comments I want to put up really quickly.
Sure.
Go for it, man. Tyra, the new Indiana Jones for most disappointing film. This is a category I think we should bring on next year. I do think that we should.
We'll talk about it.
We will talk about it. And then Beau is Afraid. That was my second pick, Nick. That was my second pick.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I got to throw it. I can't help it, but it's just too funny that in the way that we were talking about worst film, and we're shocked that, there are such large franchises, well-known IPs that were in there. And now all of a sudden we're speculating already that a very other known, largely established, based IP is going to be potentially in worst or most disappointing for next year. That's just
hopefully not.
Yeah, hopefully not. Hopefully not.
Well, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. You never know. But with that being that, everybody, I guess this is where we start to have our bittersweet moment of bringing this to a close. We cannot thank you enough, as much as I want. I know the tears to run down my face here. I know, but don't worry. We'll only have to wait another 364 days or so.
Yeah.
It's technically longer than a year since the last one, but it'll be within the same time frame, that's for sure. But until next time, everybody, we can't thank you enough for coming out to watch this. Thank you again to all of the presenters that we happen to pick and making the time to go ahead and put the effort into making everything that you did. It was super entertaining. It was great for us just to be able to kick back and watch all that stuff. Thank you to everyone that voted and put their voice out there, that shared it along with anyone else to go ahead and vote for this, even if they didn't know what the heck they were voting for. Thank you so much. It means a great, great deal. And we look forward, obviously, as we've said time and time again, to the next year's event of this and making it just that much bigger and better for everybody. And that's about that. Can't find a better way to close this out other than a good old outro, I guess, right? Yeah, because thankfully we've got something prepared here. Dan, thank you so much, my goodness. So we'll go ahead and bid you adieu, everybody. Until next time, thank you.
Love you guys.
Everybody, thank you.
Bye, everybody. See you next year.
From the second annual Rubber Duckies Film and TV Award Show, folks. Thank you and have a great rest of your day. We love you.